You gotta reinsert the cartridge. What a fuck? Okay. Oh, that's gonna be rough because this is gonna be Jin centric. What the fuck? And I can't draw this. It's 1984.
Okay.
Hello.
Dude, I finally saw that fucking meme and then I got so fucking
Horny.
I realize now why Christian was saying it left, right, and center.
I love.
Right, let me
Oh, it's a repo meme.
Yeah.
I love.
They're screaming that when we fucking played Repo several days ago.
That's awesome.
Speaking of screaming that, hello, the star.
What?
This motherfucking star. We need to get this motherfucking star out of the motherfucking universe.
The star already blew up now. We can't have the star in here.
It's not allowed.
The star got arm evaporated now.
It said ooh woo and exploded.
Iwu and fucking died right in front of us, sucked into another dimension, no less.
Yeah, got Thanos to death.
Poor thing.
Alright, but everyone's here. We're ready.
I think so.
Yeah.
I
Trey,
believe.
you're recording and stuff.
Yep.
Alright, perfect.
We'll
So
have to fill in Gavin when he comes back.
alright. Welcome back to the world of not military, everybody. The party has found themselves inside an unknown location of a demi-plane inside the Starfall itself. First thing the party doing, Torin trying to attempt to kill Kenko, is trying to run away. Jin's standing in shock about his missing arm, running over trying to heal it, and finally Olaf being there for the fun of it. But I'm getting a little bit too ahead of myself, so let's go ahead and do a little recap. Last week, we found that the party, being confronted with the Starfall itself, began to talk an hour and a half in real time about what to do with the star, only to find that there was an entire nothing burger. Determined to then finally continue moving forward with the plot, they finally arrived at the Starfall's crash site and had a brief conversation with the cloaked figure, who was later revealed themselves to be Otto, someone who was met previously in the campaign. Battle ensued after they realized that Otto realized that the party was not going to touch the star, with a very hard-fought victory. And afterwards, the party was again going to have a conversation about what they were going to do with the star until Kenko decided to do something bold and brash, something that did not belong in the trash, as they began to try to touch the star with a mage hand. Going back into the initiative order, it was finally revealed that Jin had to basically touch the star in order to stop Kenko herself from touching it, leading to a massive explosion that basically transported everyone inside the star itself. And all y'all have just touch landed in this dark sand, like deserty dune area. And that's where we are now. So I mentioned earlier last time that basically what was happening is y'all saw like a sand scamper. Basically, imagine something from Avatar: The Last Airbender, something that basically uses sand to kind of traverse. you can tell that she's a little bit far away at the moment, so y'all do have a second to yourselves.
Can I punch the bird?
I bite Thorin's metal hand.
So we'll start as well while they're doing this. Obviously, Jin passes out. They look at their empty arm for a second and then just collapse to the ground. But do we need to roll initiative here for y'all, or are you good?
How close is it? How close is it? Hold on. How close is it?
I would say there's a solid like maybe minute or two before that like Skipper gets over here.
What is that? 10 turns?
It's about 10
Yeah.
turns.
Do we need to roll initiative?
I feel okay. So here's what would resolve, I believe. Right? I just like I'm looking at you, and all of a sudden, everyone. Do we just wake up here, or like we just are immediately teleported? Like currently, what we're doing.
That's a good question.
Yeah. So basically, y'all were like knocked out. It feels like y'all just locked out. It's like you just woke up from a nap, and once you come to, this is what you've seen.
Oh yeah, the cart. Do we still have the cart?
The cart's here.
The cart, along with Mr. Hands, is not there.
I stick my hand out.
He's right there.
Come in, Mr. Hands.
I see him right there. He's right
Bring
there.
the car.
So first off, do we see each other, or like how far away are we from
Yeah,
each other?
you see each other. Y'all are basically within arm's length of each other.
I'd like to take off that ring first and foremost.
Okay. All right. Well, you take off the ring.
Hell yeah.
I glue it to his hand. I shoot one of what to shoot. I glue it to his hand.
I glue it to my hand. I feel like Tor's is gonna take everything in. I'm not actually gonna punch you.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I think that Torin's just like in shock, emotional shock over the amount of time that just happened to pass about like deciding what this happened or what would happen with this thing. And just realizing that like his family just like poofed out of existence practically in front of him within 30 seconds.
While Torin is spacing the fuck out, I'm gonna look over Jin. How is he?
So go ahead and give me a medicine check.
He's dead.
Great. He's dead. He's never coming back.
That one, he's dead.
Yeah, you don't feel a pulse.
Holy fucking shit, Torin! And I'm gonna run over. I'm gonna like just like rub his shoulders. I'm gonna start shaking back and forth like, Torin, we need get over here. I think Jin is dead.
Check D&D chat for what is currently Torin's face right now.
And then Julian realizes he was sticking his fingers in the sand.
Oh, for fuck's sake! All right, I'm just gonna go back over to Jin and just like try to administer anything, like a health potion or something.
Yeah. I mean, try as you might. I won't have you actually use a health potion or anything. But right now, he's like it just seems like the effects of whatever happened that knocked y'all out and put y'all here. It's a little heavy on him.
Is he bleeding, by the way?
Well, I mean, he's also half health, so.
No, yeah. So if fulfilling it is, so he's not actually. So
I only have the wrong token. I'm gay.
Basically, how Jin looks is that it's like almost it was immediately like cauterized in a sense, where from his shoulder onwards is gone, but where like his shoulder is, it's like a stump.
Okay, so it's like a lightsaber wound.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
A PG wound. Thank God.
What is Olaf
Fucking
doing in this
hell.
situation? I'm curious.
Olaf, I mean, he kind of just showed up here. He's he kind of sees you guys freaking out, but the Jin's mostly fine. Looking around, and you see him. He just kind of flops down and starts doing a little bit of sand angels. Let's do it again.
It's like the bitch.
Is that supposed to be a bird, or is that? Oh, it's an angel. Okay, I see it now.
So I guess as y'all kind of familiarize yourself with your surroundings, Torin just Torian being in complete shock, Jin being passed out,
Passed.
essentially. Passed. You can see that it does take a second, but this kind of sand vehicle kind of finally approaches y'all, and after it stops for a second, out comes a familiar face. I don't think if anyone else has actually seen it. I think it was just Jin. So to kind of describe her a bit better, she is this like basically a humanoid figure with red skin, with horns basically coming out of her head, and she is like wearing like almost like tattered garbs, if that makes sense. Kind of to the point where it's like imagine kind of like an outlaw's clothes, but they have been basically like reinforced in some of the joints with more like reinforced leather. It's almost as if she's like preparing herself for war, essentially, just trying her best to kind of get herself together in terms of clothing. You can tell that as she kind of approaches, she has a facial expression of like almost like she doesn't want to do what she's about to do. And as she approach, she goes, "Well, how was the ride over? Is everyone okay?"
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. He told me that I needed to take all over to him, so that's what I'm here to do. As much as I don't want to.
I point out the unconscious Jen on the ground and he goes, "He's dead!"
I hope he is, but I'm
You
actually
hope?
I'm glad he's unconscious. I'd rather not talk to him. But anyway, just get his corpse or
Raised
something
eyebrow.
on the back, and we'll go.
Who are you? What the fuck is happening? Okay, hold pulse. Who are you?
Pleasure. All right. I'm sure he would like to explain himself, but in a sense, you are inside the star, and my name is Odalia.
Do we recognize that name from in character? Do we recognize that name?
Yeah, so if you remember when you interrogated, like, before the hiatus, you interrogated a random demon guy, a demon bro, about why they were able to, like, why they were trying to quote unquote invade the mortal realm, and the pieces of evidence that you have so far was that they were trying to they're basically trying to exercise a part of their deal early, and the person responsible for that was the same name, Eldalia.
So from that, we glean that she is part of them. Is Maychan still up?
Yeah,
Maychan's probably still up.
it's a lot. And she and she has like demon-like properties. Like you're confused as to whether or not she's an actually human or she's actually a demon. She's like this weird in between.
So
Does
she
she have
looks
a
like a
weapon on
tiefling
her?
almost.
Yeah, she's got like a long sword at her side.
At her side. I want to try to pickpocket the longsword.
Okay, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Aye.
Do I even see this happening, or is he just?
The mage hand's invisible.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Fuck.
Ah!
Still
Right.
a
So
20.
with a dirty 20, that does beat her passive perception.
Dirty
And
20?
so
Holy shit!
yeah, because he can't get below a 10. And so it's always going to be 20 or more.
And then I
But
also have a plus 10.
you can see the her scabbard kind of being taken away from her side, and she just, "Oh, hold on," and grabs it back, um, and says, "I'm not here to hurt y'all or anything. It's a 5 versus 4 versus 1 situation. I'm not here to fight any of you. Like again, I just need to take you to him, and then I'll be done with you."
Who's
Okay.
he?
Yeah.
I think he said that you were calling him Mr. Black. I could be wrong.
Oh, you wait. You work for Mr. Black.
I made a deal with him, but again, I can explain everything at least on the ride over, if unless y'all need a second. And points towards Fillion, who is kind of bleeding a little bit, and then Jane, who's unconscious.
No. Let's just get going. I'm gonna pick up.
Right.
Or at least try.
And he kind of looks over at Torin, like, you haven't said a thing, and you're looking a little shell shocked.
I put my hand in front of Tor's face and like snap a little bit and wave.
There's
Hello?
nothing. There ain't nothing there.
Anyone home?
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's just hope.
Oh,
And
Olaf, you want to take care of Torin or you pick him up?
Oh yeah, I
Don't know
got
if
him.
he's-
Olaf just like reaches down, grabs the back of his shirt, just kind of lifts him up, puts him on his shoulder. And skipper.
fantastic.
Fantastic.
We have the
Alright.
manly party and then a giant.
All right, so y'all kind of get along and hop on again this like sand vehicle, and y'all start to go off. And
Oh,
as you do,
actually,
Hmm?
I'm gonna turn into a horse so I can carry him because I don't want to like try to carry him.
okay. She goes, I use the kind of the momentum of the sand itself, but by all means, I don't know how much a horse can traverse sand. Uh, and she kind
I
of looks
respond in
around.
horse.
I'm sure you can. You know what? It's fine. I don't want to interact with y'all more than I want you to. And she kind of like gives you something to kind of either chop down on, and y'all are on your merry way. And as y'all kind of begin to start grudging along, maybe a little bit slower, but you can't tell. You can say she goes, "All right, now one at a time, or if y'all have the same question, then I'll answer as much as I can. But I'll let you know that he probably would like to answer any of those questions himself, but I can at least have y'all feel a little bit assured while we're going over."
What did we just do?
Well, Jin just touched the star, and so now he's free. He's now free to do whatever he wants, and I'm sure he's going to describe what that's going to mean once we do get over there.
You know what he wants.
I do, but again, I think he might want to do his best to explain. I know that doesn't give y'all a very sorry, going a little early. I know that doesn't give y'all the best of answers, but again, I think it'd be best for him to explain. I think some things that I can answer at least is I bet it's confusing that a demon and kind of looks at her skin is helping you right now.
Yep.
You're not wanting to talk, are you, Birdie?
I fucking can't.
I see. I think to put it in the shortest way possible, mentions over to Jin. He's my stepbrother, and he doesn't know that yet. So, Eldash, I'm sure. Do you all know of him?
He fucking died.
Not quite, but at least you know of him. He is my father.
Your father?
Correct. Even though magic wasn't a thing before the Starfall, he was able to use some ritualistic magic to contact other planes that did have magic in the first place, one of which being the Seven Hells. I don't know who my mother is, but apparently Eldash had the equivalent of a red fever of sorts, and outgame me.
Bro fought a demon.
He fought the demon, yes.
Oh my god.
He tried to raise me as his own, but little did we know, apparently, that me having demon blood made him sick. And out of selfishness, he didn't want me around anymore. And so afterwards, and the last time I saw him, I also saw, I would assume to be Jin. And kind of reference back over to his lying body. That's what he was calling him in the when he was saying goodbye. But because of that, she sighs. I don't know what to think of either of them. I haven't talked to them, even though I could talk to Eldash, but I don't want to talk to him.
I show a little minor illusion of Eldash. Well, he's dead. And I
He's
point to
not
Jin.
dead.
Well, he's dead.
Okay, he might be dead. But no, what happened was that I think at the very close, once he was close to death, he managed to save him in a way And now that he's gained more power from Jin touching the star, he's at least told me that Eldash is going to be put back into the mortal plane after the whatever conversation you'll have.
Hold on, I'm not sure if I'm right with this, but you don't know him, and I point to Jin, but he knows you.
Does he? I saw again. The only time I saw him was a couple years back, shortly after, well, around the Starfall, really. But again, he was in the background, kind of like he just woke up or something on mistake, and he was looking as Eldash was saying goodbye.
I don't know.
She
I don't
shrugs.
listen when
Well,
he
I don't
speaks.
know either.
I'm not going to lie, this is confusing as fuck. How much longer till we get to this, well, Mr. Black fella?
The horse says.
It's only a couple more minutes, really. It was just more of a random spot in this barren wasteland. He has full control over this demi plane, so he could make it so it's sunshine and lollipops, but he's decided to make it look like this. And references
So why
to
did he
the-
just teleport us?
You know, that is a fantastic question. I think he wanted me to try to develop a sibling bond with my stepbrother, but I'm not having it.
Pokes him with a stick.
Can you poke a little harder, please? Make it bleed. I'd love it if you died. So, a couple more minutes pass, and once y'all eventually kind of get to kind of like a valley like ish area, basically at the bottom is more of like a flat, like even area. And after she takes a second to stop, I'm sure Philly and your character is now satisfied about pulling the reins, and she tries to like I guess unattach you from her vehicle and says, "Good horse."
I'm just going to
Kinda
shapeshift back, and I was like, you can call me Filian. That's quite all right.
Fair enough. And she kind of gets back into her vehicle and starts to go away. And afterwards, and once she kind of like departs, you can tell that the there's suddenly a unnatural like sense of wind as suddenly it begins to almost in like a not necessarily like the force of a tornado, but like kind of like the same shape as it like kind of cyclones around at a spot in front of y'all. And you see that it eventually forms. You first see the same thing that you would see of Mr. Black, which is this black silhouette covered in smoke. But now it appears to almost finally give some sort of image. You can see essentially like an old man, if that makes sense. It's a balding at the top of his head, only with these like pure like white grayish strands that are going down the side, and you can tell that he's dressed in kind of like the same garbs that Adalia was wearing. To the point where he like coming from his like sense, he was outcast from the pantheon, and so he hasn't been operating at the best capacity, and that reflects in his clothes. He kind of gestures to you all in a more like exciting sense, and and I will say and I'll go ahead and be forward. He's doesn't necessarily speak, but you can tell that he kind of like telepathically communicates with y'all. And so, from when I'm going to be describing like what he's quote unquote saying or what he's doing, that's kind of like his medium, right? And
Do
so
we respond back in telepathically?
you can, but you can also just say something out loud.
Oh,
Imagine it like the mass message, the mass version of the message cantrip, basically, where he kind of communicates with all of you.
okay.
You can tell he begins in a more like almost like if he's excited, kind of like skips a little bit over to y'all, and you can tell that he is telling y'all like, "Oh, come! I'm glad you're finally here. Please, rather than talking out in barren wasteland, let's make something." And he begins to kind of point towards another spot, um, away from everyone, and you can see he starts to try to make some sort of building. Uh, I I think what he would try to make here is that he would try to make a combination of what everyone's like most like comfy location is. And so for Torin, I think he would try to add elements of his favorite bar back into Lush. For Jin, it would most likely be where he studied in Alacrath. For Filion, it would probably most likely would it be back home in Western Bloom or no Filion?
I think it'd be the forest.
It'd be okay. So and then he tries to. So once he gets like some aspects of a bar and then more of a like academic location, he then adds elements of trees and vines growing around kind of like the perimeter of this small, like maybe 30 by 30-foot building. And then next to it, you see kind of like some cropland, almost like if there's like a side of a farm growing to give a nod to Olaf. And then finally for Kenko, uh, I was thinking that Kenko's probably most comfiest spot would be her favorite place to con people. And what does that look like for you?
The favorite place to
Ken-
con people. That would be
Mhm.
like the busy town square where we did
Mhm.
the cons.
In that case, what you see is that you see a bunch of like these like imagine like the Sandman just rising up from the ground, moving around, and you can see that he like kind of tricks the sand. It is looking like really shiny, so it just looks like every one of these people kind of like have money bags like like rolling around, walking around basically.
Ah.
He then kind of looks all to you and kind of opens the door to this newly fresh building. He says, "Come, come, please. I'd love to explain to you what has been happening."
I look up
Okay.
to him and I immediately say,
Hmm.
"You definitely aren't evil." After seeing the shiny things on the ground.
He exudes the feeling to you that I try.
I look at Kenko and I say, "You're a fucking sucker. You know that?"
Hey, look at that! I
And he
point
goes,
over at the shiny things in the guy's pockets.
yeah.
What?
So I'm assuming y'all enter or
Yeah, I'm already walking towards the shiny ass fucking people walking around.
yeah,
I'm gonna follow Kenko,
yeah.
but I'm very cautious.
Torin, you're following suit.
Sorry. No. I'm just
Torrens eating
staying
sand.
still,
Mhm.
eating sand.
I just imagine he's staring directly at Mr. Black right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Mr. Black kind of walks up to you, Torin, goes, and you can tell he didn't make himself like extremely big or anything. He just made him like himself the size of like the average human. Goes crisscross applesauce in front of
Which
you
towers over you?
and puts his hand over your shoulder, and you can tell he's trying to like console you and just be like, "Hey, what's wrong?"
Just silence. Looking through him.
Olaf walks kind of up to Mr. Black and like puts a large hand on his shoulder and he says, "I think my buddy doesn't want to talk to you, fam."
Hmm. You can see he stands up, and you can tell. Again, I don't know if you've already entered the building or not, but you feel a rumble as he seems to shift the entire building towards Torin. It doesn't feel harmful or anything, but basically what he's doing is just making it so the building is now, rather than moving Torin to the building, he's moving the building into Torin. So that
Before I finish my last step into the building, I get swept into it.
and
Ouch!
so as y'all are kind of like, and instead of like colliding with the wall or anything, like basically the sand kind of forms an archway around y'all so that you enter, right, that it immediately gets filled up again, and all of you basically immediately enter. It would seem to be almost like a classroom, if that makes sense, where there's 5 different desks, and at the front is basically like a chalkboard, and you can tell that this is supposed to be some sort of like teaching like session. This would be most familiar to Jin, but obviously he's a little bit past that right now. So he begins to go, "Come, come, sit. I have so much to explain to all of you." And and first off, he goes up to the board and he says, "Now, I think it might be at first to basically say who I am. I know Mr. Black was the nickname you gave me, and I feel like now is finally the time I can say who I am and what I meant to do for humanity. And let's see, I'll just use this since it's a blank screen enough. So he goes and writes on the board his name and is revealed to be someone named Prolesius.
Prolesius.
hmm
Hmm.
Oh
And
boy.
Um.
what?
Hmm.
Wait, dwarf. Dwarf? What's wrong?
No, that's not a character. That's out of character. I didn't like that. I
I'm
didn't
getting a
like
feeling
it.
of something from a past life.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm, mhm,
I'm gonna go sit like Jin down on like one of the desks and just
mhm.
kind of like just place him there.
Pat
I'm
pat.
not gonna try very hard though. I'm just gonna like just kind of throw him there.
Yeah, he kind of just is fine as long as y'all are paying attention, it's okay. But
So I'm gonna look towards, well, I guess Prometheus. Now that we know his name, I'm be
mhm,
like, so is that like dwarvish, or where does Prometheus come from? I haven't really
There's
heard
this
that
cool
name
game
before.
called Monster Hunter, right?
mhm.
Whoa.
No, it's simply like my name. I Ever since that I've like been formed and part of the pantheon, it was something is what I went by.
Hmm. Hmm.
You were a god.
Yes, correct. And I actually wanted to start off from back when I was, and he began in the kind of chalkboard kind of shimmers to the point where it's almost like an illusion, and you can tell that it starts playing like almost like a video, um, and you can tell that it goes back to basically when Prolesius was a god. You can tell that he's conversing with like other like these divine beings, and you can tell that they are all like basically getting ready for council. It's
Does Torin
and
recognize any of them?
I mean, yeah, you recognize Lathander, you recognize Torm,
Okay.
and a lot of the other gods that is worshipped over in Lelouch. And as someone who is just overall like a cleric themselves, you recognize basically a lot of the pantheon here.
I point at the screen and I say, "Hey, I know that guy." Pointing at Lathander.
Mm. It's like Leonardo DiCaprio going, "Whoop!" like him and whistling. But yeah, so they all approach this table, and once they all kind of sit down in the designated seats, you see that someone that's a little bit bigger than the rest of them to kind of help describe how they look. Imagine it is like this cloak that is perpetually in shadow to the point where you can't even see like their body. And what you normally see is a kind of like this white like silhouette of their eyes as they begin to kind of like shift around the room, going, all right, today we are here to discuss what has been happening in the mortal plane. Specifically, the war between the dwarves and the drow have been going on for too long, but as per our oath of neutrality, we need to make sure that we can only observe it, and that we need to remind ourselves that despite our goals for peace and how we want the world to nourish, we need to remind ourselves that this is something that we shall not interfere with. He kind of looks around. And you can tell that from Prolesius' like point of view, is that you can tell he feels like this is bullshit. This is asinine. This is something that should be stepped in. The pantheon and the gods should come in and change like what is happening here. Um, you can
Wait, him in real life is this, or him in the video is
in the
this?
video.
Okay.
Yeah. So the couple once the council continues to pass and it's more about like clerical stuff and logistics about like hey how's it going or whatever, but and then after said council and Prolesius is kind of by himself, he says, all right, I'm not going to be able to figure out, and this is him again, this is him in the video. He kind of thinks to himself and goes, all right, I'm not going to be able to sneak past any changes to the mortal realm, so whatever I do here I need to make sure it's right. I think in order to save them, in order to help achieve peace between them, I need to make a third party, a third race. They need to be strong. They need to be from the north. And you can tell as he kind of continues this, he has pulled open, basically like willed himself in front of him, kind of like a clay statue. And you can tell as he's having these thoughts, it begins to kind of form into more of a humanoid shape. So again, he goes into, all right, they need to be strong, they need to be from the north. They need some sort of culture. We can do let's do like this and that, and you can tell that he starts forming like basically what we would recognize out like outside the game as things like of Norse origins, things like the world serpent and basically other things. Like, okay, they have their own culture, they're strong, they're big, and I just need a name. They're towering. They've like used inspiration from the giants. Let's call them the Goliaths. And he kind of steps away from his creation, and you all see what, and you would immediately recognize as a Goliath, the race. And he proceeds to think, okay, I have this. Let's make it a reality. Then the blackboard kind of shimmers again, and you can tell time passes. And afterwards, the Pantheon basically begins to call council again. Perlesius being there, but this time, rather than being at his own chair, he's kind of like standing in the middle of this circular table. And you can see that the bigger one earlier that was kind of orchestrating the council was Perlesius, for your crimes against the Pantheon and breaching the oath of neutrality, we hereby banish you to the astral plane, for where you will never be able to interact with anything again. And as they begin to administer this punishment, you can tell that Perlesius kind of uses his last bit of power to basically, as he begins to be sent to the astral plane, he kind of gives himself a little kick, if that makes sense. A kick to the point where he kind of starts falling into the astral plane, but his momentum then shifts, kind of leaving the astral plane, going into the ethereal plane, which is to help describe y'all is getting more and more closer to like the mortal plane itself. And you could tell as he begins to approaching what y'all would seem to be Litere, he begins to form what y'all recognize as the Starfall when you approached it. And he begins to collide with the planet, and y'all would recognize this as the Starfall event. And as this happens, you can see Perlesius kind of takes out a remote, like almost like presses the pause button, and he then gestures to all of you and says, "Now, what questions do we have before we continue? I know this is a long one; it's been a long way, but trust me, I'm trying to explain this from the beginning so you know where I'm coming from."
You put yourself in the bubble.
I did, and I wasn't able to take myself out.
So is that what Jin was for?
Yes. He kind of presses play again, and as he begins to touch down, you can tell that he uses basically the last of his like any of all magic that he could be powerful enough to interact with the outside world. He begins to try to search for people that he feels would be the most this music, people that would be the most like capable of being able to help out using his magic to free himself from the star. And eventually
You should have
one
died at birth.
true with one person
Sorry.
being Jin and another person being Otto, which y'all would recognize from a moment ago. It was then at that point where he needed them to basically give him back said power. In order to do that, he needed them to touch the star. But again, he pauses and goes, "Now, I know that was a lot to take in, but that is why I was banished here."
I point to the auto on the pause screen. I say, "That guy fucking died."
Yep. I don't agree with what he did, but it's fine. He was deviating more and more from what I was trying to tell him.
Where did his magic go to?
After he perished, it went back to me. But I didn't want it to happen that way. But
So, is Jin still a wizard? Because is he?
of course, yes, he did his own study. He studied magic for himself. I mean, obviously, I think that once I did add the Goliath, I proceeded to want to give y'all something more, something magical, and that's what I gave. But afterwards, yes, I mean, if given the fact that I did give everyone magic, he still studied his own. I just gave him a little extra push.
Okay. So, what do you want us to do? I mean, we're here. What's the?
Yes, I'm sorry. That is a fantastic question. Well, let me go ahead and resume. And he presses play, and actually, he's gonna press fast forward a little bit actually, because this next session you can tell was going to go into his interactions with Jin up until now. But given that he's unconscious, he doesn't care. So we gotta fast forward. It's basically like him interacting with the party thus far. To kind of give you all the cliff notes, it was basically him saying, "Hey, I need Jin to touch the star. I'm going to give him his power. I'm going to save Eldash. Uh, Crap, I feel sorry that Marty is dead. Let me help him out with the General Repose scroll. Crap, he doesn't trust me. Let me show him that Eldash is okay." Stuff like that.
Interesting.
And it's during this moment as well that he kind of, at the end of all that, and once the video goes back to kind of almost to the point where y'all were basically here at the start, he pauses and he goes, "Oh, I almost forgot. When, as a reaction, shortly after, I realized that the rest of the Pantheon did something as well." And points at Kanko. They did.
Hi.
They added you from. They pulled you from the Feywild and put you there.
Added?
Yes, they literally plucked you out of the. I'm not sure why you're here, but they plucked you out of the Feywild and put you there.
Now,
It seems that.
question, hold on, out of character.
Oh.
Have we heard the term Feywild outside of just Fillion saying it?
No, you
What
have
the
no
fuck
idea
is
what
a
the Feywild is.
plane?
Okay.
Inspiration.
Question, Your Honor.
So you see, a plane is.
Hey, actually, add a character question too.
Mhm.
Nobody else hears the star, right?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
we don't hear
Here's it.
I don't hear
Yeah, I
it.
don't hear the
the
music.
radio.
The music, yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's just been dead silent.
Oh my! Why didn't y'all say
I
something?
said something in chat.
I was trying to listen to the like what you were saying, so I didn't miss anything.
I just assumed I had it muted.
God damn y'all!
Very nice. Oh,
But
Mr.
anyway,
Black.
Our Twitch
God.
viewers are back.
Oh, it's kind of a
Please, Pulices is my name. I'm sorry, I
call you
didn't know y'all
Black.
had music. God damn. But anyway, but yes, but after that, I let you seem to make friends with someone. I forget their name, but I let them know that what you were there for and what, or
Huh?
not what you were there for. But and you can see that during your times with Pick, you can see kind of like a little like wisp of black magic kind of enter Pick. And you recognize this moment is when he kind of shifted to the point where he was like, "Hey, Kenko, let's go to Alucraft at a moment."
The fuck?
But he goes, "Yeah, but yeah, that is what I've been doing thus far. Before I go into why I have you all here and what I'd like to do, please, I want to make sure you all understand as best as I can."
So you brought Keiko from the Feywild.
No, the Pantheon did. I don't know why, but I felt like I needed to let someone know.
I raised my
What
hand. What the fuck is a Feywild?
It makes so much sense now. It makes so much sense.
Well, hold on. What I'll go ahead and do is I'll go ahead and pull up the plane picture, that because basically that's what it's gonna be. But he kind of begins to explain that the world is basically there is where you are. Well, there's not where you are right now, but there's the material plane, which is where y'all are, right? And then afterwards, the world basically expands to be much, much more. You see that closest to the material plane are things like the Feywild and the Shadowfell, which he explains to be kind of like yin and yang of the material plane, where the Feywild is more of whimsical magic and fairies, while the Shadowfell was more filled with things like the undead and whatnot. And surrounding that is the ethereal plane, and as well as the elemental chaos, which is kind of other like planes that are surrounding what is called the prime material planes, which is the Feywild material plane and Shadowfell, and they're all kind of surrounding it. Um, After that, and even beyond the ethereal plane, is the astral plane, which is kind of this expanse of almost like nothingness, almost like if it's space. And beyond that are the other outer planes, which is where the pantheon like resides. So each of them have their own like place between all of these planes, and they all meet in the Outlands, the middle, in order to have council.
2 questions.
Mhm.
Was
Yes,
Keiko the only
Julian,
one
what
they?
do you?
Was Keiko the only one they brought from the Feywild?
Yes.
Okay. And why doesn't Keiko remember?
It must have been something that the Pantheon has done, but I don't know why he's here in the first place either.
I'm just kind of looking down at the grade school desk that I'm sitting at, mouth agape.
I'm assuming Kengo would just write something like on there.
Beak. Again.
I write a little the cool S on the desk real quick.
Mm. But yes, but this is actually a great transition into why I brought you all here and what I'd like to do. And he kind of proceeds to kind of say, now, the Pantheon, I think they're a net negative on the world. I think we need to separate ourselves from them. And he kind of basically has this picture like pulled up on his blackboard, and he begins to strike a line through the middle. And he goes, "What I'm looking to do is that I want to sever at least a section of the astral plane. That way, the gods don't have a connection here anymore. That way, the inner planes can develop how they want to, no longer being observed or watched or having to be looked over by this obscene council that decides not to do anything." And that is going to bring about a lot of problems, though. And you can tell that basically, like, almost as if it's like a simulation. After the astral plane kind of like is disconnected between the two, you can see that almost like utter chaos informs on the inner planes. Like, without the balance, right? It gets to the point where it almost like collides in on itself, right? So like the elemental planes begin to kind of like fuse and spin to the point where it's like everything again collides on itself, and all of you can make the inference that this is something not good. Like, this is, at least from y'all beginning about like this insurgence of information about what a plane is, how it interacts with everyone. From y'all's perspective, you can get the sense that this would end Litere, basically. And he goes, "I know that this sounds bad, but..."
2 guns.
Forgetting the reference, I'll give you inspiration.
What the fuck?
Look, man, y'all wanted more.
Look.
But
Olaf stands there and just kind of like looks at Mr. Black, and he he says, so with all these planes and everything, you're wanting to sever them. What the way you drew it out? What can you tell me about the world tree?
So,
It's
and the world tree
something
is
I've heard about in
actually,
stories.
yes, and I didn't think, and I read I went to some of the Dragonborn libraries and I read on what they were doing and what the world has been, and I've seen it myself as well. But the world tree it's fascinating, and but again, I think I'm getting a little bit too ahead of myself. But and he kind of begins to what he does is the blackboard kind of shimmers again, and you can tell that is now turned more into a world map. Uh, Basically, going it's been a week inside the mortal plane, and some things have happened. And he is going to show y'all basically said map. And so there's a couple changes that have happened here. I'm going to describe basically each change compared to the actual world map itself. So he then points out that and he goes basically some of the consequences of severing the astral plane have already begun in a sense. Um, and he kind of first explains that when Jin touched the star, it caused now that it's been a week, I've been listening to the outside world. People have started to call this the second wave, and you can see that originating from the Starfall itself, which now I'm naming Malaron, begins to basically from a top-down view, y'all. It's almost like if the Starfall happened again, where this big, massive wave of yellowish white magic begins to envelop the globe, and with that, you see a couple things happen. Something such as a deep crevice happening off into the ocean. You see a desert sandstorm happening in Sharend. You see Kenbeiru gets lifted up from the oceans with kind of like a cloud up below it, quite literally a castle in the sky situation. You see, and at this point, he kind of points towards Filian. You have the presence of an archfey, and because of that, the other prime material planes kind of mesh together as well. I didn't want that to happen because we have some disagreements there, but because of that, the Feywild, at least a section of it, specifically the Spring Court, is here, and surprisingly enough, that's also where Kenko's from. But then it begins to.
I look over to Filian. Archfey.
That's news to me. Wait. Okay, so he's an archfey. I knew he's from the Feywild, but I didn't. What's an archfey?
You can tell that Valum is dead silent, like he just got caught. But Berlisius begins to explain. So there are 4 different archfey that represent each of the seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall. I can tell that on you, condensing around that ring, was the previous leader of the Spring Court, which was Valum. But now that he's been replaced, I'm sure he would love to explain it to you himself.
Yeah, I have a few words for my ring here.
He does not respond. But he then does continue. He kind of points over to Nasir as well. Nothing has physically changed about Nasir, but you can tell kind of like this black kind of like magic begins to emanate from the bottom of Nasir itself. And he kind of points out, I don't know why the Raven Queen has decided Nasir to be the place for the Shadowfell to begin interfering, but that's where she decided to pick.
The Raven
God
Queen.
Damn it.
The Raven Queen.
Yes. Oh, I should explain that as well. And he kind of continues off into the Feywild and the Shadowfell. Basically, what happened is that when the Oath of Neutrality pact was formed, they decided to send 2 different gods to these 3 prime material planes in order to still at least have some degree of influence. Whether or not they either agreed or was forcibly put there because they were being a nuisance is up to the person. For example, for the Feywild, that god is now the Archfey of the Summer Court. And then for someone who didn't want to go but was forced to, was someone's that Perlesius is alluding to be the Raven Queen, which is the leader of the Shadowfell.
I didn't get that.
Okay, so
I'm gonna be
Back
real.
in-
I don't
So
understand
it
what
just
you're
back
gains
in the
sentience. He's like,
day.
what?
okay, so back in the day, the Pantheon was like, "Hey, we're fucking up." Okay, hold on. Let me rewind a little bit more.
It's rewind time, y'all.
So he rewinds even further back, and you see that the Pantheon is almost like physically on the material plane, to the point where they're like, you can tell that they're kind of like fighting each other. Perlesius kind of goes, before the Oath of Neutrality, we used to fight over the material plane to decide who would be able to rule it, given that it was the center of almost everything. But after we destroyed it, almost, and he kind of gestures to the almost like a no man's land. As this the video is kind of like playing this, Torin, I want you to give me a religion check.
Dead-eyed Torin just staring.
Neuron activation.
Neuron activation. He sees Stimmy. Oh my god, he saw the Stimmy!
Yeah, so I love how it's just a flat roll as well. 'cause
I am
exhausted.
exhausted too, so the -2.
So with a 19, you can immediately tell that this no man's land verbatim was Torm's like demiplane.
Got
And
it.
so you notice this for a brief moment, but it continues. We wanted the material plane. We all agreed that even if someone won, we didn't want to rule over a barren wasteland. So we decided to not interfere with the mortal plane, but as a caveat, as a loophole, we decided to send 2 gods back to the material plane to still have influence over it. Now, one person decided to volunteer themselves for it, but afterwards we had to pin it down on one other person, and points towards, and she's now named the Raven Queen. Does that answer your question, Torin?
Oh, Corin didn't ask that in person. He's just been staring.
He could read your mind and see that you're thinking that.
Yeah, exactly.
Mine's just like,
Just flatline.
yeah.
Stimmy neuron activated.
See, doesn't sound very neutral.
Sounds like the world's getting fucked in the ass. Jesus.
Well, what's the most interesting part, and he kind of circles around this like volcano bit. Well, not that actually, but that's also happening. But again, the most interesting part is that the second wave, what the people are calling in after Jin touched the star, the world responded. And he kind of circles the world tree. That is not me. That is some other source of magic and power that I think I awakened, but again, that's not me.
The second god.
I mean, maybe a third? There was the Feywild and then the Shadowfell, but the World Tree is something else.
Is it you?
I look over to Olaf, and I point at the world tree.
Yeah, Olaf is just kind of like very, very concentrated on the world tree. Yeah, I don't think he really says anything right now, but you can see he's like kind of tensed up.
But you know my plan. Now you know what's happened to Utere. I ask that you all help me in making it come to light.
Sever the planes.
The astral plane, specifically.
That would damage the Terra.
Yes, but I'll fix it. What?
Tor-
It's...
I mean, how many people are gonna die because of this?
I can ensure that all of you live, at least. But
O-
it'll be
Olaf-
like it'll be like a restart. I promise.
Olaf kind of continues. You know, he's still really tense, looking at the world tree. And he looks back at Prometheus, and he says,
Policius was with an L.
Prometheus.
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 Prometheus, yeah.
Wallachia.
And he says,
Cloaca, actually.
No, no, my name is not Cloaca.
Prometheus. So, so Policius. So tell me, with isn't the world tree, what does it have to do with the planes?
I don't know. It's I haven't. I was so prepared. I was so trying to get myself prepared for all of you that in the week time that the world tree has kind of existed, I haven't been able to get a read on what exactly it is. I can tell that it's almost from Terra itself, but other than that, I don't know.
Can I make like some kind of check to see if I feel a certain connection?
Yeah,
that goes
so-
a little bit deeper.
Go ahead and I'd say make a skill check. It's just whatever you think makes sense here. Probably something along the lines of like nature, survival, whatever you have the highest of.
Arcana.
I was thinking either, possibly. I mean, survival would be
religion.
best for me.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, I wouldn't, not religion.
Fell off.
Sorry,
Make it
bud.
athletics
which-
check.
That's reserved.
well, just tell me which I should do, because I don't want to just pick one.
Let's see. What do you have? I say the highest between. I'll say either survival or nature.
Okay, I mean, may as well if you're gonna say that.
If you're gonna be like that, bro.
Well, you said just tell me.
Yeah. No,
22.
Right. With a 22, you get a sense
Let me zero
where
real
you
quick.
kind of flash back to when the Starfall itself happened. And when it did, as you kind of look at, again, this is like kind of, imagine like you're looking down on the world of the Terra right now. So this is like a live map. And
Mhm.
you look at the world tree, and you get a sense that when the Starfall happened, it kind of woke up the world tree. And it reached out to you. You're not sure as to why it reached out to you specifically or what have you, but you can tell that it has some sort of will, and it chose you.
So right. I mean, you guys can, as I do that, you kind of see, when Olaf would go in a rage, with his tattoos would kind of start glowing a bit, as well as his eyes, and they start very faintly kind of glowing. He kind of puts his hand to his side onto his axe, like looking at Mr. Black, and he says, "Oh, bud, well, I don't know about the whole Severin business. That seems like you might be fucking with the world tree. Sorry, pal, but I don't think I'll allow that."
Oh. Does everyone else feel the same way?
Similarly,
Can Torin like snaps out of it a little bit, and he gets up, and he walks over to Mr. Black. Same look on his face, but it looks like he's a little
Prometheus, by
bit-
the way.
Prometheus. He doesn't say anything, but after he prompts that question, a hand sticks out from Torin. in the like as a handshake, looking dead into his eyes.
Kenko is very on guard.
Same feeling.
Prometheus is gonna roll insight against you.
Okay.
Are you making like a deception or perception check, or is this like
It's a
purely
deception.
what you're
It's
doing?
a deception.
Deception. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and what is your? I guess if you're trying to decept here, go ahead and give me a deception check.
All right.
Am I allowed to make a ready action right here?
Sure. What do you want to do?
If I see Torin make a swift motion that looks like an attack, I want to tackle him.
Okay. All right. So I rolled in the background. Okay. So as you kind of extend out your hand, you can tell you can tell almost as if he's like a little bit desperate to get you all on his side. He then takes a second, snaps back, and goes, I don't think you feel the same way.
You're right. And then you see the magic destroyer start to arm up.
And I run in.
All right. I
I'm sorry, it
As
was
you-
too good. It was too good not to.
All right.
I am tackling
As-
Torin.
As you begin to run in, I'm basically gonna give everyone like a reaction here if they would like to do anything.
I'm gonna try to cast sleep.
You're gonna try to cast sleep. Okay. Well, sleep is an action.
Oh, just any reaction?
Yeah, something with a casting time of reaction. Things like a counter spell or something like that.
Do my branches of the tree.
You could.
I said I will do my branches of the tree.
Okay. Who are you grabbing?
Policius.
Okay.
Oh, you're on my side?
I mean,
Hell yeah.
I
All right.
Yeah.
What's your what's the DC for that?
target man 8 plus my strength plus my proficiency. My strength is +4 plus proficiency is +3, so at least a 15.
15. Okay. He got a 21. So
21.
you can tell, like,
Yeah.
as you begin sensing all of this hostility, the last thing you hear, like, in your brains is, I'm sorry. And he slices off the branches that try to form around him. The building that they're all in begins to crumble down in sand, and it begins to, and the sand begins to, like, form around all of you, basically, and you all begin to sink.
Wait, I didn't get my shot off. What the
and-
fuck?
It's
And
full domain over this world.
Golly.
And the last thing, last thing you hear, but he says, "I'm sorry," and he kind of basically pushes y'all down. And afterwards, you basically everything goes like black. And when y'all come to, you find yourselves. Funny enough, you find yourselves back in the Rose Gold clan. And specifically in like the guest den. And as kind of all of you, who would usually wake up first, like, and basically in a.
Was my
Get a
tackle
camping
successful on Torin?
Basically, you came into contact with him, and then y'all kind of like went down.
Okay.
Yeah, so y'all are kind of all like back in the guest den. I'm assuming y'all, if y'all want to wake up at the same time or what have you, but you can tell that Maria is basically like running around, trying to like basically like check up on everyone.
I like to think we all just wake up like out of like coming out of like water almost. Yeah.
I wake up on top of Torin, look down at him, and I say, "I suppose now we're even." And I smack him against the face.
Even
Like that.
we all dream walking? What's going on?
God fucking damn it! Why would you do that? He's a fucking god.
God?
I just wanted to talk.
Okay, fuck. Who do we
Sorry,
know? Where do we
fellas.
go? The world's falling apart. The Feywild's here. The Shadowfield's here. Where's Jen?
What? Jin is still kind of like unconscious. You can tell that his like, you can tell that his bandages are bloodied, but you can tell he's in like a stabilized condition thanks to Maria.
He just like spawns in air and then flops.
Yeah. Wait,
Wait, did
y'all
he come in
haven't-
first already?
No, hold on. Y'all were I got concerned because y'all weren't coming back after a couple of days, so I went towards the Starfall, and y'all were just there unconscious on the ground. So I
Huh.
brought y'all back.
You brought all of us back?
Yes, thanks to Mr. Hands and the wagon, which were not in the best condition.
Is the star gone?
No, it's still there. But I knew something was wrong when we're calling it the second wave, but the Starfall almost happened again.
Almost.
It did, but it was. I say almost in the context that, we already have magic. What would a second wave do? But it's changed a lot of things about the world.
Go
Oh.
on.
Yeah.
She proceeds to explain to you everything that Prolesius told you.
How the fuck do you know about the world tree?
With my trusty binoculars.
How does she
I
know
mean,
about planes?
We've gotten communication.
How does she know about planes?
Planes? What are that? No, she explains like, since we're here in the Dragonborn village, they've been able to communicate with each other, and they've gotten a sense of how everything's been doing.
At least
I
we know he
stand up
wasn't
and-
lying.
I stand up and dust myself off and say, "We have to go back."
Back? No,
Back to the star.
I thought y'all were all dead before I checked y'all's pulses, and y'all want to go back?
Mhm.
Wait.
Well,
If we tried, Keiko, if we try to touch that thing, one of us is gonna explode again.
I scratch my chin.
I've got a better idea.
I conjure mage hand again.
Yeah, we could do mage hand.
You can do it.
So, Torin, Olaf, any thoughts?
Well, not too sure at this point. I mean, we can go talk to the Dragonborns. I'm pretty good friends with a lot of them, so can learn a bit there. But I'm game for whatever, fellas.
We need to talk to Mr. Black.
doesn't Jin he can do that, right?
He's unconscious.
I point over. He's indisposed.
Fair. Why didn't he wake up along with all of you?
I point at his missing fucking arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
She
fair.
just
Actually,
didn't
that's fair.
notice.
What
she
do you
just
think,
didn't
Junior?
notice. The most effective weight loss surgery ever created. It's right there.
Doctors hate this one simple trick.
I lost 20
Doctors
pounds.
hate him. I hate him. I fucking
hate
hate
him.
him.
Torin, what's wrong? What happened?
I just doesn't know how to say anything, right? Actually, you know what? I feel like he's just checked out of this conversation as a whole. Can he reach out to Torm? I feel like that's something he would do.
Go
Actually, I have
ahead,
a
give
quick
me
question
religion
before he
check.
does that.
Okay.
Is
answer your
the
question
magic
while he's rolling.
destroyer spent?
No.
No? Okay.
Is the what
Yeah.
spent?
The magic destroyer.
As in, like,
Oh.
did I get it off or?
Did you fire it?
I tried, but he said, yeah, shit happened before that could go
Right.
off.
Okay.
Unless Jade
No, that
wants to wreck
that is
on
all you're on.
that. I don't know.
Well, if he failed his perception check or insight check against you, I'd say yeah.
Okay. Religion, you said, yeah?
Yep.
A 9.
Yeah. you don't even feel like you still feel your magical powers, but you don't feel like the Pantheon's
I think
presence.
Torin's
at
so
all.
exhausted and emotionally just fucking all over the place right now. He's just not gonna say fucking anything.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing as well. It has been a week, and y'all have taken a long rest.
Never mind. He's not exhausted. He knows exactly.
And
what
that
it
was
is.
long ass rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Do I have any?
That's
There you go.
cool. We see
I'm
the
doing-
recovery
Don't-
thing now.
Yeah.
Is that per player specific or is that? No.
What do you mean?
Well, I see like under me it says recovery, but it doesn't say anything
So
for anybody else.
So because they didn't have anything else to recover.
Oh, so just me.
Well, mine does for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it is
Yeah,
player specific.
Like,
Mine is
like I pressed a button that forced y'all to take a long rest. Is
Yeah. Okay.
what happened.
Yeah, okay.
I got a lot of stuff back with all that.
Okay. So yeah, it is players. Okay. Like, damn, nobody used anything. How the fuck?
Everyone used a
I
lot.
didn't
Of
use a
them.
whole lot.
Yeah, bro. I just got my fucking 7 hit dice back. Anyway, yeah, I think I don't know. I don't think Torin would know what even to do at this point if he can't reach out to his own god. Can I get?
No,
Since we
fellas?
long rested, can I get rid of exhausted?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you can.
thanks.
I'll get rid of it for you.
A week long rest. I think you think you're done being
I
exhausted.
think no, it's going down actually. It's too now. I'm just like super slept in.
You woke up in the wrong sleep cycle. It's
I was
over.
gonna say, yeah, you wake up like really groggy.
Uh-huh.
Well,
And
well, fellas.
by the way, as well,
let's,
a week, 10 days in this world. So I already fast forward.
Great. It's February 22nd now.
What is that, Olaf?
I was gonna say, well, fellas, we can either go talk to some Dragonborn folks, or we can go find ourselves a new god.
I'm not in the market for a new one.
Never fancied gods.
Or we can go learn about the world tree.
There's a lot we could fucking do.
World tree?
I feel like
Do you mean
Torin would actually be interested in that world tree business that you've mentioned.
We'll say that.
I just feel like it has a connection to all the planes, so I just couldn't let him sever it.
All right. So Torin walks up to you and puts a hand on your shoulder, and ask, unlike himself, can you tell me more?
Well, to be honest, I don't know too much. That's why I was asking some questions. But kind of when he was going through the creation of the Goliaths, I mean, a lot of that stuff was a lot of stories that I heard passed down, and I guess I'm a little bit above average in height, and I felt a connection there. And then with the world tree, it's just kind of called to me. Wanted me to protect it.
So it's sentient.
I guess. I would say it's kind of similar to a tree's desire to live, so it grows strong. An animal's fight for survival, just instinct.
So is it a god of the land of this plane, or
It kind of felt like it just connected planes. It was kind of a little bit of everywhere. Got a big root system, I think.
You still feel it?
A little bit less now, but I think I've felt it for quite a long time. Just didn't know.
Okay.
So y'all are, believe it or not, if looking at this map, y'all are actually pretty close. Like I'd argue that you can probably see it from here if you went outside, because y'all can literally just go this way and just wrap around the map real quick to head to the world tree.
oh, so we can see it right fucking now? Huh?
Oh yeah, that's literally how this map works.
Yeah, I
forget.
forgot.
I was
I
not
forgot.
gonna lie, I
this
thought it was
map.
flat. I thought
Wait,
there was
that
a
means
nice
we could
wall.
probably see Kambaru, right?
Canberra? I'd
No,
argue
it's in
now
the
that
sky.
it's lifted up
It's
into
in
the
the sky.
I'd argue, yeah. Now that it's lifted up, yeah, you can definitely see it.
That's
Damn.
hundreds and
We
hundreds
could probably.
of miles away.
Well, I mean, we could probably see a fucking Haldera's volcano too.
I mean, I don't think.
That-
I
that
think
one,
this
no.
world's still
Alright.
curved, so I don't think we can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is like
I'm
a
gonna put
certain
this on
point.
a fucking. I'm gonna put this on one of those planets in a planet, or what is it called?
Have fun with that.
The simulator. We'll see what we could see by next
I'm
session.
gonna ask Alexa if the world is flat.
Anyway,
Yeah. So to be candid with y'all, because this was a lot of information that I presented to y'all, I have no idea where y'all are gonna go. So I haven't really prepped anything past this.
cool. I
So-
go and walk into the portal that leads me straight.
So I
So,
figured let's
I-
go back to the star.
So I was hoping if y'all want to go back to the star, we can play that out now. But if y'all decide to basically do anything or go straight somewhere, some of the things that I pointed out was the world tree was something y'all wanted to go to. I know Torn really wanted to go to back home to Nelush for his
Mhm.
father, but if y'all try to go back to the star, we can do that. But in terms of where y'all kind of intend to go right now, my intention was to basically open up the world to y'all. So there's also going back to Alacraft to kind of tell them where the star is, and so y'all have the world being your oyster.
Well, let's
Just,
talk about this some more. Now
I just have one question though about that demon girl. Do we know what she was doing before we got like sent back to here? Or was she just chilling?
She kind of dropped y'all off and then kind of went back.
And kind of fucked
like
off.
left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we, this is all in character. Sorry. So I've got my head back on my body now, but for the life of me, I don't trust this fella. Like at all. Given that chaos seems to be seeping about everywhere we look. Based on what he was telling us. And it sounds like if we keep going, shit's just gonna get worse. Maybe not for us, but for everyone else who lives here.
Well, if Olaf is right, then the world tree is a bridge, let's say, quote unquote. He's trying to break it up, so that means he's gonna separate the planes? I don't fucking understand.
Well, that'll just result in probably more chaos. If you had family, kiss them goodbye.
It will destroy Lithere.
You saying it won't or it will?
It will.
Okay.
I play back the exact audio of
Sorry.
Prolicia saying it would destroy this fucking plane. Lol.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said that, by the way, like in verbatim.
So no, I don't think anybody in their right mind would stand upon that. Not even Jin.
Well, one thing that's kind of on top of my mind, other than seeing the world tree, learning a bit more, is he's talking about the Archfey. I mean, who's kind of walking this plane, I guess our plane, and can help us fight a god.
That's also on my mind.
I
I
mean,
have a
if the star is still there, and he's set in his ways to, end up destroying the world.
I immediately jump to Torin and cover his mouth with my hands. We don't know that.
I replay the audio of him going, and it will rip the entire plane apart through his muffled hand.
Well, he said that
Just
it'll
wanna talk to him.
combine everything together even more so than now, which would destroy Litera, yes, but
Yeah, that's what I play.
I just want to talk to him.
Okay, you can talk to him. Fucking keep
I don't
me
think
out
you're
of
gonna
it.
change his mind.
Yeah, I don't think so. He was banished for a reason. He seems a little headstrong.
Kenko's visibly frustrated trying to explain what she wants to say, but she's just kind of like stammering at you.
Man, if only I'd comprehend languages. Hey,
Can I?
don't you have
Actually,
minor
Real
illusion?
quick.
Yes.
Kenko, you hear kind of in your head, what do you want to say? Because I have, oh shit, what is it?
Speak with losers.
Speak with losers. That's
I
right.
Speak with
yeah,
her
my
tongue.
thoughts.
Yes, I detect thoughts.
Oh shit.
But I can
Okay.
also I'm using telepathy.
Okay, we
Alright.
got a translator again. Let's fucking go.
Alright,
And I also-
Yeah, and then Filian, I think you also have the
As a-
message cantrip, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so you can use that as well. To
Well,
kind of,
I was about to ask, does Kenko count as an animal technically?
do I count as an animal?
No, you're sentient.
I mean,
Well, I mean, I guess we
you
are
know?
technically
I don't know.
everything's technically.
I don't know the rules how D&D qualifies speak
An
with
animal.
animals.
So
that's what I'm asking.
RAI, known as rules as intended. The answer to your question would be no. You cannot use speak with animals to talk with Kenko.
Damn it!
But I can just while I have this helmet, I can just have telepathy with anybody within 30 feet of me,
Well, that's cool.
so I can just talk to them.
I mean,
Talk to
deception shit just doesn't work on you.
Well, probably can. You can just lie in my head.
Okay. I thought like
Your
you could use it
thoughts
as
lying?
detect thoughts, but like, all right.
Well, I can.
I mean,
because I can cast detect thoughts, but
Okay.
this one is just telepathy, so I'm not casting it.
Okay.
So
Well,
they can just-
I guess the creature would know that you casted detect thoughts.
Yes,
Yeah.
typically. But I'm just talking to Kenko. What you thinking?
Surprised by the sudden revelation, Kenko tries to gather her thoughts. Very. Mr. Black says the Pantheon is a net negative on the mortal realm. That's where we live, lol. And
What
yet
is-
he wants to
what is
destroy it by putting them together. Something's not correct here. We need to talk to him. We need to know why why the Pantheon's a net negative. We need to know why they're doing what they're doing. We need to know why I exist. I don't know why I'm here. We need to know what's happening. You didn't give us a full plan before Torin tried to shoot him with a funny gun.
And I relay all that back, but I also kind of say to Kenko, like, well, we can always. I mean, is there a way we can ask the Pantheon? Because I think he's, or Calisius is a little bit biased.
Well, they all are.
They all
They
are.
all are. but-
Maybe not
I mean-
Tarm, but they all mostly are.
Lathander's a bureaucrat. Mr. Black's a weirdo.
Torm's really the only person I haven't seen have a say in the matter.
I can't do that. I don't even know what he said. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Can
I wonder if
oh.
there's a way to talk to him through the.
I was about to say, let me
So-
talk to him. Walking up to
So I
Torin.
described earlier that right now Torin doesn't have like that connection right now, basically saying that the Pantheon's not there. Mechanically speaking, if y'all had like a spell that could contact like the deities and stuff,
Wait a minute.
you could use that.
Wait a minute.
I limply punched Torin in the chest.
Hold on, if I have that.
Torin?
And also, now that it has been a long rest, Torin, you can prepare. You can change what spells you have prepared.
Cool. I'm gonna
Mhm.
just grab that spell real quick. Hold on. So
While he does that, can I check if
let me
Valum
do
is
that.
saying anything?
Um,
Or is he just kind of shutting the hell up, not saying anything?
I mean, you can talk to him if you want.
I'll wait. I'll wait for this to
Level.
pass a bit.
There it is.
I have another way I want to be talking to him.
Gotcha.
So, if I can cast this as a ritual, fucking bet. All right, cool. So I can just keep asking shit. Sweet. How do I add this spell? I always forget how you do that.
What's the spell?
Divination.
Divination. Okay. And let me find it real quick. So divination.
So, small. Unless they changed this in 2024, I don't think they did. This.
So I'm gonna put this in chat for everyone,
Yeah,
and
go
we're gonna
ahead.
read the spell. Okay.
Okay, cool. This is the 2024 version.
You can only talk to lesser gods.
So the spell puts you in contact with a god or a god's servant. You can ask one question about a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. The DM
Yeah,
offers a
that's
truthful reply, which might be a short phrase or cryptic rhyme. The spell doesn't account for circumstances that might change the answer, such as the casting of other spells. If you cast the spell more than once before finishing a long rest, there's a cumulative 25% chance for each casting that after the first, that you get no answer. And it also includes
That's
you
new.
also need to spend 25 gold per cast.
Oh,
Man, they changed that.
Wait. So
That sucks.
could we only say one thing to them, even if it isn't for divination? It's just a question.
Yes, so you have to ask one question about a goal, event, or activity.
Yep.
Within a
And
week.
it also costs
Yes.
25 gold.
Maybe that should AIDS.
Yeah. They kind of made it worse because now it used to be like 2 turns before that 25% rule happened. Now it's 1. But at least it's a ritual, so it doesn't consume a spell slot as a 4th level, which is nice. Anyway, that's about all I got in terms of contacting God through spells.
It can't go as much in your chest saying, "You're useless."
I guess there's borrowed knowledge. No, that's not really gonna work. Never mind. Yeah,
Torn
that's
just
about it.
silently contemplating in the corner. And y'all can tell that Maria at this point is just kind of like shut up because she has no idea what y'all are talking about. Like,
all right. I also have one more possible option, and I hold up my ring and I like jazz hand my finger with like the ring on. And I said, "We still have one more person to talk to," and I'm gonna take off my ring and I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it on like whatever table we have, and I'm gonna be like, "So, we are all updated that there's an archfey inside this thing, right?"
Is he tiny?
When you-
Yes.
I think we need to talk to it, and that only happens if you're actually touching it. So, I'm not talking to this thing alone.
Go Power Rangers. Put some
Let me talk to him.
hands in.
We're all going to talk to him. Everyone, put
Okay.
your finger on it.
Everyone finger
I
the
finger the
ring.
ring.
I finger the ring.
Ring.
What's our team name again?
I don't think we figured it out.
y'all called
Starfall.
yourselves the
Team
Hugo called
Starfall.
yourself Hugo called y'all the Goon Squad.
It's the
The
Goon
Goon
Squad.
Squad?
Yep, it's the Goon Squad. I forgot about that one.
I'm
I'm gonna
Goon
put my
Squad.
finger on the ring.
I finger the ring as well.
I also finger the ring.
Okay, well hold on.
Gently
Alright.
though.
Here's what we're gonna do. Like,
Interaction.
we're gonna say like a genie coming out of the bottle.
Before this happens,
I'm gonna personify the ring a little bit, and so whenever it talks, it like shakes a little bit. And it
It's
goes,
speaking
all
out
right,
loud this time?
I'm here.
Hi.
Oh,
Hey.
fucking finally. So, Valum, you want to explain some things?
Well, just wanted to get back home. Duh.
Yeah, well, home is here now.
Perfect. Take me there.
Jade, before this goes on, can I have also prepared another spell potentially before this happens?
So, finalize what
Fuck
your
no.
prepared spell list is right
This
now.
is it. This is it. This is all I'm adding as well.
Okay.
It's already on here, but I'm gonna. Can I drop this
Just-
in chat? How do you drop
Can-
things?
So what you can hover over it, press T to keep it like to open up a window, and then you press info.
Ah, cool. T. Open up.
So
window.
are you gonna have divination or the other other fourth level spell
No,
prepared?
this is something completely different.
Okay.
Before
Well,
this happens.
mess around with your
There you
spell
go.
list real quick.
Well,
Is that
it's
true?
done now. It's done.
Yeah, but like, oh, you already have it prepared. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I wanna
Um,
set this off right now,
Okay.
and before this this conversation occurs.
So, So what's your spell save DC then?
My spell save
21.
DC is 14.
And I'll go ahead. So I'm gonna roll. I don't want y'all to know how.
There's the
high you
tiplet.
get, but
Sorry.
but I'll go ahead and let you know. Like he's a kid.
Gay.
He's he's got a pretty good charisma.
See what happens.
Oh no, he's super charismatic.
Oh God, he's hot.
No, he's
Okay.
hot.
What's your spell save DC?
14.
Damn. So he's gonna burn a legendary resistance to.
What
pass it.
the fuck?
Damn.
That means he's
motherfucker
definitely
ain't
gonna
fucking-
fucking lie to us.
Yeah.
That's what that tells me.
Damn it.
It was
And
a
yeah,
good
yeah.
choice.
The Feywild's here.
Can I-
Take me there.
So
Can
do we
I
know
cast-
he's lying though? Because he did that? Because he burned.
Does the spell say?
An affected creature is
see.
aware of the spell and can avoid answering questions to which it would normally. Oh wait, hold on. That's like the second one.
Mhm.
So makes a charisma saving throw. On a failed
He,
save, a
he points
creature
at you
can-
and says, "Nice try, dwarf."
Nice try, loser.
You know whether a creature succeeds or fails on this save. So I know if he's lying.
Yep.
So
Well, you know that the spell failed.
the spell failed. Got it.
Second question: is he talking to us in our minds or verbally?
So he is basically like you can you can audibly hear it coming from the ring, and whenever he talks, he the ring kind of shakes, so you can hear something.
Gotcha.
I whispered
we should-
to the rest of the people that be careful. He resisted that.
Yeah, no shit.
Mm.
We're not taking you anywhere until you answer some damn questions. You never told me you were an archfey.
Well, yeah. How else are you gonna get literally any kind of power that I've given you?
Oh, how this shit works.
Look, I just want to get my rightful spot back on the throne, okay? And now that the spring cord is here, which, by the way, it was me that did that part, I want my throne back. So, I say you take me there, or even though I'm trapped in this fucking ring, I'm still gonna make your life a living hell.
What does this person,
Well, how are you gonna do that?
mean to you, Filian?
Is that in character?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I just found him. I don't really know. I just know that he's given me power, and well, now he's scaring the fuck out of me right now.
Good.
So, let's back up a lot. Let's get a little bit more friendly with it.
Oh.
You haven't said shit about anything that you want. Why were you dethroned? Is this like a Prometheus situation?
No, I don't know what he's doing. Look, it's a long story. I'd rather not talk about it, but let's just say that there were some disagreements between the Spring Court and I, and I'm in this ring.
Okay. Oh.
What happens if I cast Zone of Truth again?
Fuck up.
Well, so here's what I'll say, right? Is that and how long does the spell last? Because a creature that enters the spell area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there makes a charisma saving throw.
Yeah, it's like literally just a 10-minute,
So how long does it last?
15-foot sphere that she would be in.
For 10 minutes?
Yep.
Also, this spell doesn't include lies of omission because they can literally just not speak about what they're going to talk about, which
This is true.
which is what he's doing.
This
Yeah.
is true.
Yeah, so basically you can tell that he's like periodically like saving against it. I rather than rolling every 6 seconds while you're talking, I
Mhm.
feel like it just makes the most sense that, you know, if it does get to a point where he does get affected by it, you can like you'll know.
Okay.
But yes, there were some disagreements about the Feywild, and they didn't like it, and now I need to go back.
Okay. So who's on the Spring Council now? Who's in charge of that?
Well, I wish I knew, but whoever it is, I'm gonna kill him.
Well,
it
we
a
can
fey?
find out.
That
Is it a
sounds
god?
Nice.
The only one that used to be a god was the Sealy Queen, but other than that,
We can
No.
always go and find out. It's Spring
it's
Court's
right
here.
there.
It's over in Britannia.
That does make me wonder, why me?
Well, you picked me up. That's simple.
All right, well, way to make me not feel special. How rude.
Meh, sticks his tongue out.
So
Well, I mean,
We're all-
Bilbo picked up the ring, but he was destined for it. So
we're all being kind of pulled in different directions. However, can I put my foot out there and say
Or your
that,
finger.
or my finger, not my finger. No, I'm not talking to this person anymore. This is
Okay.
this is sorry. Unless somebody else had a question for it, I'll hold off on that.
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
I
go
do as
ahead.
well.
I'm sorry.
Shooting off
Ah.
Torin's bullshit, I say. What the fuck am I?
That is a great question.
I'm gonna go get
Doing
this.
that to Billion or Vallum.
To Vallum. I get really
Wait,
close to the
oh,
ring.
Fuck me, Bernie. Fucking, you're a person. I mean, I mean, obviously you're a Kenku, but like, you're just part of the Feywild. I don't know why you're here.
You don't know why the gods brought him here?
No.
Okay, well, what do you
If
know about
anything,
the
he should
tree?
serve me. For Kenku are from the Spring Court anyway.
He's
I
from the
stick my tongue
Spring
out the
Court.
ring.
You save your tongue about the ring.
I said I stick my tongue out at the ring.
He molests the ring with his tongue.
I like the ring.
he gives him a ring job.
I feel that.
Nice.
So, what do you know about the tree then? Anything?
It's got some magic in it, but it's not Fey.
Oh shit.
Look, I'm not here to be some sort of genie in a bottle. Looks at himself and then looks down at the ring. Just if you're not gonna take if you don't know if you're gonna take me there or not, I'm just gonna shut up. I'd rather not just sit here and play 20 questions with y'all.
No, okay, we'll take you, okay? You clearly are not, I think, evil. I think.
I
But
just
you're
look
really
at
being
him.
a hard ass. What a mirror.
Hey, you? I'm like, huh?
Hey,
Look, I'll give you some advice, kid. When you go there to the he points at you, Philin. When you're going to the Feywilds, there are a couple rules that you want to make sure that you don't accidentally fuck up. Otherwise, I don't know what it's going to be like now that there's a Spring Courts here, but if you're in the Feywild, there's a couple things you don't need to do. One,
Okay.
never give someone your name. If you tell them your name, you're fucked.
So what's your name?
2, that only applies to foreigners. 2, don't eat their food. If they try to give you a nice meal and you eat it, you're also fucked. Number 3, if you antagonize a Fae, they're gonna fuck with you. Number 4, if you make a deal with the Fae, you can't leave until that deal is fulfilled.
interesting. Wait, is
Now.
that what we have right now?
He goes back into the ring.
Oh,
All right, sounds like we don't
Let's
want to
throw in the
deal with
river.
that. That's the source of his
Oh.
powers, though.
No, it makes sense. It's like you and your god, Torin.
You know, I could cast silence on the ring.
So Jin wakes up.
Just.
All right.
Holy
So, Gavin, to
Can we
give
take
you
a-
a recap.
Can we take a quick break while you catch him up so I can go?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and take a recess, and I can explain to Gavin what's happened this far.
What do
All
I
right,
see?
My cock.
No, I don't want to know what's happened this
the-
far. I just want to know what I see when I wake
Want to know
up.
what's
Oh,
happening,
you're-
dog?
So right now, y'all are back in the Dragonborn. like guest den, and everyone is kind of sitting around talking to each other. You see a ring in the middle that it seems that everyone was like had their attention pointed to a moment ago.
Like a finger ring?
Yeah, we
my
are
ring,
all
yeah,
putting
my
our
ring.
fingers on a wearable ring on the table.
It was
Am
the
I
ring I was wearing.
just like a cot or something? Like I'm just
Yeah, you're on a
being-
cot in the background.
Okay,
Mario's
yeah.
probably tending to you.
Yeah.
Jin, you're awake! Your arm! What happened?
Oh,
Oh, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. And I've been bandaging you, I've been taking care of you. It's been a week since I last saw you.
what? Oh, wait. What do you mean? Where's everybody?
They're here, look, and gestures to everyone.
I'm gonna grab the ring and go, for fuck's sake! And I'm gonna storm out of the building. Hi, Jin! I'm gonna storm out of the building.
And we'll go ahead and take a brief recess.
Wow. Nice, guys.
Mhm.
A lot of
It's been a
happened.
good session so far.
Mhm.
It has. It's been a
Maybe
frustrating one.
We'll have a time
Mhm.
to catch Jin up after our brief recess.
I was about to say, if you want to do it now and then explain it and just say, okay, then your character gets explained, then we can to save up on time. But other than that, if you want it to be explained to you in character, that's fine.
I want to live a movie, bro. I want
Yeah, let's
someone
live
to
it.
tell me.
Okay. There's a couple things that you did miss that are going to be pretty exciting for you. I feel. I think even if you're looking at this map right now,
Yeah.
I can catch you up.
Kenko's gonna be bothering you a lot in the next 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll just be, I guess, coming to, and if like, I thought we were taking a break, but if you guys want to like catch me up first in character, well, shit.
I think if it's just Trey that needs to go, I think we can continue. Torin,
You good with
he'll just
that?
go back to being shell shocked for a
He already
second.
left.
I know. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
you
if it's just him that's left, then we can just say he's shell shocked for a second.
Yeah, I don't have dinner
Yeah, I'll
for a
catch him
little
up.
bit.
Oh,
Okay,
hey,
well, hi.
buddy. Good morning.
Oh, hi, Olaf.
Hi.
Oh my God, what? It's been a week.
Yeah, a little bit. It's been
Really?
a pretty fun week, I guess, in the world and for us. So we since you've been asleep, you lost your hand. We woke up in the desert land. We met your stepsister. We went over and met Mr. Black. He
My sister?
the stepsister. We'll get back to it. We'll circle back around for you, bud.
No, what I'm doing, I'm gonna minor illusion Eldalia in my hands as he says stepsister.
Whoa,
And yeah, so we talked to Mr. Black, and he was trying to be real nice and stuff, and he told us, all about the planes in the world. We've got the material plane, the Feywild, Shadowfell, and all the elemental chaos and all the fun
he was
stuff.
friendly?
Well, kind of. I don't really like him, but he basically he got kicked out to the astral plane by the gods, kind of found a way around it. He is the Starfall. He wants to sever the connection between the other planes and our planes, which would cause untold chaos and unbridled death.
I'm minor illusion the planes chart that he showed us.
And yeah, and so Torrin got a little pissed and was trying to sneak a little funny one on him, and I tried to restrain him with my branches, and he didn't really like that. He's kind of strong. But yeah, so then we got shoved into the sand, woke up a week later, and here we are trying to figure shit out.
Shit. Okay.
Shit.
Sister, Black, astral plane, tether planes, untethered planes, and we're back here. Okay, this is gonna. I think I need a moment.
Oh, and there's a lot of fun new stuff in the world. There's a giant fucking black hole kind of thing in the sea. There's a giant sandstorm in Chapend.
I didn't know this.
Tanbaru is now a floating city. The part of the Feywild is over in Rotania, and the World Tree.
Kenko, we'll say that since you have expert duplication, we can say that you kind of get out a piece of paper and you're able to write
Oh,
this
he
map
he
out.
like edits my
No,
map
sure.
that my
Yeah.
cartography kit.
Yeah, pull it out and just like lick the little end of the quill and just draw on it.
I'm gonna watch over you as you kind of illustrate the new details on this map.
Ah.
Oh, this is way too much. All I remember is the explosion and passing out. I'm sorry I couldn't help. I failed you guys. Did I cause this?
A little
Yes.
bit, but it's fine. Now we know what Mr. Black wants. So I'm gonna stop him. It'd be fun for you guys to join.
I
We
mean,
will
I
stop
don't
him
want the
in a
world to
way.
end anytime soon, but he's powerful enough to accomplish such a feat, and I
Okay,
don't
I'm
know.
back.
Could we take him?
We can talk to him.
We can talk. I'm gonna like, as you say, talk
What
to
I
him. I'm
miss?
gonna try and talk to him. Yeah, I'm gonna like use the voice and like put my one good hand to my head, kind of gather my balance and see if I could establish that link again.
Yeah. So go
Cool.
ahead and make me a Arcana check.
Yeah, and I'm essentially kind of like running everything that's been said to me in this moment towards Mr. Black as well.
Are y'all catching him up or something
Yeah, they
else
just
happened?
caught me up, Trey.
Okay.
Oh shit, I'm a little woozy still.
So
Oops.
with a 13, you don't you can tell like off rip you do not get like a solid connection with him, but you do get a sense like almost if it's like the remnants of a feeling, like he basically like told you something and then you're listening to the voicemail now, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So he told you that first and foremost, Eldash is back in the mortal plane. He put him back in Alucraft because that's where he was going to be the most safe.
Safe.
He also told you that he's going to let you keep your powers as a thank you for touching the star.
Oh god. That if thank you with what plans he has. Oh, I don't know if that's appropriate. What, why didn't we? Could we stop him in the moment? Like, I guess he just whisked us away again.
Nothing happened yet.
What about
Yet.
the other gods? The people who were hell bent on keeping him contained, and are they offering this to stop this, Torin?
Yeah.
Nothing yet.
I
Knock
can't.
knock on
I
Torin's head.
can't establish that. Seems a little weak after all that.
What, Torm isn't responding.
Nope.
Oh god. I need air. I'm gonna walk out and just take a
Yeah.
good look at the sky.
So you
Wait
walk
till he
out,
sees his arm.
and from here you see like the entire continent of Kimberu is like up in the sky. You see the world tree
I
as
see a
well.
continent in the sky in the distance.
Yeah, that's
Like that's
Kimberu.
cool. That's fucked up.
And you also see the world tree out off into the ocean as well.
Jesus.
Imagine the Elden Ring tree, the Erd tree, just
Yeah,
fucking.
Yeah,
the earth is just
exactly.
pulsing in the
So just the
background.
Erd tree.
Oh god. And yeah, I guess I'll look down at my arm, like kind of averting my gaze from the kind of imposing figures now blotting the sky. And just look to something a little more material. How's my arm? I can't feel it. I don't know. A little self-diagnosis.
As you kind of like look out into the sky and your arm, Maria kind of like runs out, and she goes, "Jin, are you okay?"
I'm having a little bit difficulty processing all this, and I wave my right arm at everything in the sky. And I'm gonna like also like kind of try and like spark a prestidigitation in my hand to see if I can still control magic.
And it works.
I think I'm all right.
Um, I don't know if this is a bad time or not, but I saw that your hand was missing, and over the past week, I've been working on something for you. And she pulls out
The gun.
basically no, she basically pulls out a
Two-handed gun.
imagine like one of Torn's. So it's a mechanical arm first and foremost, but rather than it being more like thrown together, there's a lot more like elvish architecture to it. So there's a lot of like swirls, like embellishes. It almost reminds you of the architecture of Ildash's tower a little bit. And she goes, I've been working on this a little bit because I saw that without your arm, you may need something to replace it.
That's magnificent. It looks fantastic. It looks very well crafted. I I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt, but I think. But are you willing?
Yeah. Just give me some time. I'll head back
Hmm.
inside and just let me. I need to think all of this over. Just a few moments, please.
Gotcha. Take a moment, please. And she kind of puts it back in her backpack, and she heads back inside.
Okay. I just sit down.
Yeah, but what? And I told everyone else this as well, Gavin. But to be frank, since the world is kind of opened up to y'all, I don't know where y'all are gonna want to go, and so right now this is just purely just
War
y'all talk to
table.
each other,
Yeah.
figure out where y'all are gonna go, and then that way I can go from there.
Okay.
Well,
Well, I'm just sitting and collecting my thoughts. If you guys want to like
back
We
to
draw
have
up
to go
some
back.
ideas.
I don't think that's gonna do anything for us. Like what's
We can
happened has happened.
talk to him.
I think that we're not gonna get much else out of him though. Like what else could
He
you
wanted to talk
possibly
to
want to
us.
know?
Why?
And I'm sure he'll want to talk again once he has more of his plan fleshed out. Like we're gonna get another opportunity, but I don't think we're
We
just
can't
gonna
let
be
that
able to
happen.
undo what he's done. I don't want that to happen either. But I'd be willing to go destroy the thing. If it's still there.
It was there when I went to go pick y'all up.
So there you go.
Does it look the same?
That was a good question.
I don't know. I wasn't there the first time.
Fuck.
What did it look like?
Well, it was basically this weird, like, half circle that almost was, like, ingrained into the earth itself. I didn't see any people or structures, but
Wait, you
the
didn't
only
see
thing that
like
I saw
ruins
was just.
or
No,
anything? Oh. Huh. Okay. Go on.
but I saw
See any
all of you.
orcs?
I did not see any orcs, no.
She didn't see anybody, is what she was saying.
The only people that I saw were all of you just lying unconscious on the ground.
How
How'd you
big
get through
was
the
it?
storm?
It was pretty sizable. It looked like it took the entire space of a crater of sorts.
Okay, so about the same.
Oh, it sounds a bit bigger.
Does it?
Yeah, well, because remember we went down in the crater,
Oh, so it got bigger.
so
Okay.
it sounds like it's taken up the entire crater. How was the storm? How'd you?
There wasn't one.
Ah, well, fellas.
I think we need to go and hit it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't like what's going on. At
I,
all.
I think we need some more answers about some of the new things that popped up, like the Feywild and the World Tree. For those two, I think are top of my mind.
What is this Feywild you're referencing? What is that?
Oh, it's another plane. A little piece of it is got, I guess, teleported here.
Piece of another plane is nested within our own continent with our own sphere.
Yes,
A minor
sir.
illusion, the section over Britannia with the Feywild chunk.
You minor illusion that whole thing.
I did that earlier.
Wow, perfect.
Okay.
Well,
That's where I'm from.
he also
Isn't
mentioned.
that what? Didn't Filian mention some other planes? Where did he run off to?
Oh, did he run off while I was gone?
I'm
Nope, Billy's
gonna.
still here.
Oh, he said
He's
he
talking
rushed
to his
out of the
funny
room.
ring.
I
Oh,
left.
oh
Yeah.
shit! You're right. Where did you go?
I just went
Pan-
outside. I
Do
was
we want to
pissed.
pan to
I
Filian?
think I went to like a bar or something.
I'll
Well,
message
so
you real
then
quick.
it's
Just
Message you.
Then
I'll
it's just
text him.
me
No,
and
I'll message
Olaf
you, yeah.
and Kinko then.
okay. Well, I think it's important if we decide to make any plans that all people involved with any experience here be present. So, and I'm gonna like one-handed try to like partially do the somatic sign for the message or whatever, and try and send the message to Filian, saying something. Where are you? I'm okay. I'm ready now. We are planning. And you can respond to this message.
I'm gonna say like I'm coming with like a exclamation kind of.
Heart
Thumbs up
emoji.
emoji.
You
I'm on
send
my
an
way.
I'm
exclamation
coming.
in
I'm
your,
also
in your
on my
head.
way.
Yeah, exactly.
Skull emoji.
I went away to go masturbate. Get back.
Need a goon break. I got it.
Put
Yeah,
the ring
bro.
on his
Alright.
Need a
cock.
wank
He's
break?
fucking
No,
went crazy.
Yeah,
Oh
I just
my
responded
god!
like I went. Yeah, I just say like I'm on my way and like exclamation.
He had to punish the
Alright.
archfey. I mean, all right.
He'll be here soon.
Reeling back. Let's see, how much time has gone by? So like 10 days, right?
Correct.
And then like 2 days before that, Torrent sent out a letter saying he would go visit his father real soon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Torrent's gonna take a second and be like, I think that I really need to go and check on the state of things with the dwarf clan, because based on what I was seeing and what he was saying, I think the Drow just got a lot more powerful.
Something happened to Nasir.
Yeah. You said, Jade, you said that somebody named the Raven Queen is getting involved.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
she took
So,
residence in Nasir.
yep. So, that's bad, and that I think is like short-term wise, probably the worst thing that could happen for the continent. I don't know about anything else that couldn't be resolved at a later date, but that's probably the tipping point right there, and the whole fucking dwarven capital is about to go.
This new malicious deity is a friend, a compatriot of Mr. Black. Who is Mr. Black? What is that his real name? What is he? Is he God too?
His name's Prolesius.
Prolesius. I say in Prolesius's voice.
You know, the guy from Monster Hunt. I mean,
I shove Torin onto the ground.
I can't believe it's Prolesius.
I do a history check to see if that like unlocks anything. I don't know if that's like.
Okay, so two things. One, Trey,
Shove the fuck.
Prolesius' name was his name before Monster Hunter, right? I literally decided his name as I was creating the character for Monster Hunter as well. I wanted to leave it as a red herring to make sense, but anyway,
Oh, I remember.
Hey.
Okay, I remember now.
yeah. So like
Look,
literally when I was making his character, I was like, I want to make Prolesius or whatever. I want to make Mr. Black, and then I decided on a name and what he looks like and stuff.
He would
But
be
anyway, what are you
Badlands.
making a history check on?
I don't know if that name has ever been read in any of my studies or if I'm familiar with any of that. Like,
Go ahead. Yeah, in that case, yeah, go ahead and make a history check.
okay,
You've never read in your life.
pretty good. It's pretty good.
You see,
On, let's see, there it is. On a 26.
you have never seen the name.
You know shit.
You recall your time back at the General Studies University in Alacrath that there was basically like a section about things like religion and the Pantheon and stuff. And you do remember a Prolesius. Basically what like all the notes that were on him was that he was a god that wanted the best for humanity. You can tell that he was basically like the god of, like, not necessarily Terra itself, but the god that represented the Terra, essentially, like the land itself.
Okay. Got it. So this is entirely new. His motivations not historically recorded as ending humanity. Did I get that right? Is that he's trying to destroy the other planes and keep ours, or?
Oh, sounds
I
like he
say-
just
I
wants
say
to
in presi-
combine them all.
Well,
In
he
Felicia's
did
exact
say
wording.
reset.
Sever the planes
You know, like me, you know how
would
we live
ruin
here?
the Pharaoh.
I don't think we'd live here anymore, necessarily.
He kind of said he wants to make sure the Pantheon doesn't have any more sway, but it would also reset the world.
The Pantheon is a net negative.
You know, Maria? Yeah, I don't think she'd be
What?
around anymore.
What?
I mean, his
I'm
words, not
gonna
mine.
I'm gonna open the door and I'm like, hello.
Hi everybody!
What's
How's
going
it
on
going
here?
now?
Oh, Jen,
Hi, Villian.
what the?
we were just discussing, catching me up and discussing next plans. This is all a lot. Did you clear your mind? Do you have any suggestions?
Well, have you been caught up completely, or?
I'm slowly making pace with it.
Okay, so they told you about, well, Prometheus, right?
Yes.
Good. Good. And you know how he's gonna try to pretty much super glue the entire universe together, right?
And thus reset humanity, life in a way. Yes.
Okay,
Very,
okay,
very
good.
intimidating.
I'm just feeling just gonna like sit down and just like, right. Now what's the plan? What do we hit first?
I need to go home.
The star.
What, to the Dwarven City?
Let's go save the dwarves.
I mean, the star
Sounds like fun.
can come later, but we really need to examine the effects on that war.
Wait, the star's still there?
According to Maria.
Yes, it's still there.
Okay.
Mm.
So
We need to
move on
talk.
with-
All right, why don't you go ahead and we'll go to the Dwarven capital and we'll split the party for like, I don't know, 3 weeks. And we'll go from there.
I grabbed Torrent's face and both sides of his face.
Gee. Oh. Oh.
The world is small. Can you unpause the game real quick, DM? I've had enough of this shit. Okay, so
Sorry, I didn't even know it was paused.
Kenko pulls out Jin's little handy dandy hand drawn map.
There it is.
I point down here to where we probably are, somewhere in this area, I would assume.
Sorry, I deleted everything, so you can have a fresh canvas.
What the fuck? Somewhere in this area,
I would, yeah. Well, I'd say, hold on. If we're gonna mark where you are, I'm gonna say y'all are like right here.
Oh, okay, damn. So we are here. There you go. And then apparently this world is small enough. Kenko draws a little line going down here and wrapping around here to the world tree.
Oh, you're proposing a nautical adventure to reach Nelution time?
Guys,
Yeah.
portal.
That's true.
There's a
Dragon Ball here
literal
have
one-way
access to magic
portal.
that could get us closer. I mean, we could leverage our connection and our deeds with them and perhaps gain access to this.
But we need to see the star.
We need to decide what's more important. I mean, we pretty much know his plans. He plans to destroy that tree, and that tree has something to do with combining all the planes.
Right. Where
Well,
is
he didn't
now?
say he was gonna destroy it. So again,
Did
his
he not say
plan was
that?
to no. He said he was going to sever the astral plane. So basically separate the inner and outer. So I don't know if y'all still have the image up, but he's basically
Yes.
going to sever the inner and outer planes. So that way they're not connected.
But this would cause
Them two
ripple
combined.
effects
It would cause
through the mortal realm.
Yeah, It would
which
cause the
could
inner
probably
plane to
kill
basically.
almost everyone on Lethere.
It will.
Yeah.
It definitely
will-
fucking will. So
Yeah.
the
Okay.
contradiction here is he wants to protect humanity. He's going to kill all of humanity. We need to figure out what's up.
He mentioned that he was going to basically like restart it, if that makes sense, where he would make a new material plane. Like after the events of what he will do, he will make sure that he'll start a new material plane that would be pure, unaffected by the gods, and it can develop on its own naturally.
I think
And that
Hitler
fucking
had the
sucks,
same
and we need
plan.
to talk him out of it.
You want to go back to the star?
I think we're gonna talk him out of it.
Talk
I don't think
God
we're
out
gonna
of
talk
his
him out of it.
non-existence.
It'd be nice to
We have
know
to try.
it would be nice to know exactly how he's gonna do it.
You know
but
how
I don't
every
think we're gonna
time
stop him by talking.
You know how every time I've tried to talk my own god, Lathander, and even Torm at times, to not think the way they do, and then they just keep thinking the way they do, it would be like that, probably with a more stubborn person.
That's the
Given
way
that-
the gods.
Lucius is more honest. Clearly.
Oh man, this is a lot. Do we want to try and do a talk circle again and try to organize
No,
the thoughts?
no,
'Cause
I
People-
told my family I'd be back, and I'm going back.
Kenko, I don't even know how you're so focused on Mr. Black. You just found out you're from the Feywild.
Fuck the Feywild.
I'm about to kick this bird.
We can go to your house later.
I don't know if my house will be there later.
I agree with Torin.
Definitely won't be
It appears to
if
be that
Lucius-
Lelouch was already on the back foot with dwarves, and now that Nasir seems something's happening to Nasir, I'm trying my best to listen to all of you, but I feel like maybe Lelouch might be the best option.
Let's fucking go.
I'm with it. It sounds like a bunch of fun.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to fight tons of things, Olaf.
Well, can we teleport there? Is
Yeah.
that what that portal's for?
Yeah, so I actually sent a letter saying, oh god, I hope he's alive. My only living relative, my father, that I'm alive, and he told me that he was as well, but there wasn't much time, and that was, what, 12 days ago? So I fear the worst, but we ought to go and see.
It would
What is
put us
your
closer to the
father's
World
name,
Tree.
Torin?
Say it one more time.
What is your father's name?
Robert.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yes.
I'll make sure to retcon this later.
His name's Bob.
She writes in a big book called The Plot.
The plot.
Robert, the
Robert.
dwarf.
Call him Bobby B.
Oh god.
And you all feel a memory enter your
That was
mind.
like a Mad Libs moment that Jade just never asked Torrin.
I have asked you multiple times.
And I went,
But
I'll
anyway,
figure it out later.
I think we should at least go to Cavtrix, the lead archiver here, and ask for permission to use the circles.
Alright.
But again, that's if we want to go to Nelush.
I think that's probably, if we do care about the continent, and sounds like we all do, I think that's probably the best choice, because who knows how long it's gonna be here. Even after that happens, who cares about Mr. Black? If they win the continent, it's over to begin with.
I am still curious about the star. I mean, we don't even know if we can get in.
We can
It was
always
Go-
come
It was
back.
Jin that touched it. Yeah. Well.
I look up at
Well, that's
Torin soulfully. And the one time Kenko's probably ever been sincere to Torin in her entire
Wow,
life.
holy shit, it's happening.
I love you.
And then they kiss.
Get your beak out of my mouth!
Damn it, fuck. Okay.
Took
Oh
away
my.
the moment.
what can we do?
The
Can we
most
do the
serious.
Bro's flabbergasted.
Family. Then the star.
Damn. I put a hand on Kiko's shoulder. Go, finally. Somebody understands.
I roll up the map, and I say, Well, then let's go.
Hell yeah. Dad, I'm coming home. And I take my exit.
Alright. So, are y'all just going to try to go use the circle, or y'all going to do, or go
Well, we gotta go talk. We're gonna do this the right way instead of the
To talk
Tauren
to
way.
Cavtrix.
Mhm.
We talk to Cavtrix.
Alright. So, you begin to enter very, like, similar setting. And as y'all kind of approach, you can tell that it's just him. Lemonar's, like, nowhere to be found. And as you kind of begin to enter, you can tell that Cavtrix is immediately sick. I want everyone to go ahead and either make me medicine or Arcana checks, and you will get a different answer depending on what you choose.
He has AIDS! I'm doing Arcana.
Magic AIDS.
Dr. Tauren in the house.
Wow.
He has AIDS!
It looks fine
Shout
to me.
Shout out to the 2 crew.
Medicine. 25.
He had gay
Alright,
magical
so,
sex and now he has magical AIDS!
Jin and Tauren. So, hold on. Actually, Jin used Arcana and used medicine. So, Jin, first off, you notice that
I failed.
it's something, it's not the negative magic state, but it's something that's more lingering. Rather than it being more applied to the person, it's more ingrained to the person. You see that basically, like the weave itself, which is like the kind of like how magic is expressed, you can see that almost like there's rips and tears in the fabric surrounding Cavtrix. Tauren, with a medicine check and 25 at that, you notice that you've had some experience with like people like being magically influenced from the Starfall. You can tell that, and I'll say with a 25, that it's now turned to the point where magic is kind of the source of him being sick, in a sense. And as you all kind of approach, and both of you kind of notice this, he goes, "Wow, I seen y'all are finally awake, taking away your guest den in its entirety. But again, you've helped us out with the demons and whatnot. I appreciate you all again. Welcome back, and I hope you had a nice rest."
As a doctor, my diagnosis here is that you look like dog shit. What the hell happened to you?
We've been getting reports of it a lot, but it's not just us as the Dragonborn. It's more of a global-wide thing that there's been a new disease, sickness that's been spreading.
Mm-hmm. What's that called?
We've dubbed it Weave Sickness.
Okay.
I weave.
Some people who are either not attuned to magic at all, or some of the most people who are attuned to magic are beginning to become sick.
Do we feel like we've got any of that going on, or no?
No. This is like basically your first like instance of seeing it.
Okay. What about Maria?
Maria is doing okay
Okay.
as well.
Can I tell
I
if
feel
it
like
has to
Jin would have
do
seen
with
that
like?
immediately.
Can I tell if it has to
So-
do anything with the world tree?
Ooh, that's a good question. Go ahead and give me, what did you use earlier? Was it a nature check? Yeah, go ahead,
I did
go ahead and give,
earlier, but I could do nature.
yeah.
Like
But again,
nature-
this is, give me like basically a world tree check, which is just whatever you're the best with. Between either
Best.
nature, we'll say survival.
Get two
It's
minutes.
athletics check.
That's a big roll.
Yeah, right.
So with a 21, you... Yeah, sure. So with a 21, you kind of get a sense of... So, okay, first and foremost, yes, there's some of the World Tree's influence here. What you realize is happening is that there's almost like a sense of conflict between magic from Proletheus and then magic from the World Tree itself. Almost like it's like as if the World Tree like chose like a handful of people, if that makes sense, or just tried to spread its like influence throughout Litere. Here's what I'll say. Mechanically speaking, and we'll say that with both Jen, you understand this because you used Arcana. Mechanically speaking, this is similar something functions like exhaustion. Rather than it subtracting 2 from all of your d20 rolls, though, it instead decreases your spellcaster level by whatever level of weave sickness you have. So, for example, Jin, if you had, let's say, 5 levels of weave sickness, you would effectively be a level 2 spellcaster. So you would have that many spell slots, and you can only cast those spells.
You'd also have bronchitis.
Yes.
You get TB.
Okay.
Havotrix, my
Noted.
friend. Is there any way I can like absorb some of it? The World Tree's magic?
We'll
not, that's fine.
say that with yourself, you do feel a more deeper connection with the world tree itself, but you don't feel like you have the power to influence others with it just yet. But he
Back
continues to
to
speak.
yeah.
But please, what brings you all here?
We need to ensure that the world events that has happened since we've been out.
The second wave. Yes.
Hasn't drastically affected things in places that are at a tipping point, such as Naluch. And my hope is that Dwarven Stronghold is at least faring by the time we arrive, because by the time I left, they were already in a losing state, so I can't even imagine what's happened to them.
I think now that you're asking, I feel like you're already coming from a much better place, Thorin. But I believe I agree. We haven't heard back from the Twilight's Gleam in a while, and so I feel like we can warrant you all to use their teleportation. I will say we haven't been able to get in contact with that clan in a while, and so what you find on the other side, I don't know.
God willing, it's dwarfs.
Well, you'll find Dragonborn first.
And then dwarfs, God willing.
I'll help for you too.
Root beer, no.
Is that all? Is that all what you requested of me?
No, there's more, and I need to ask. When did you start to get this sickness?
It was since the second wave began.
So immediately upon its onset.
Correct.
And the conditions have just gotten worse over time. There's been no remedy, as far as you can see.
It hasn't been getting worse. It's just only affected a number of people, some of which are more attuned with the earth itself, but we can't find a clear connection yet.
I'm sure you've already thought of this, but does casting magic or using it in any way exasperate that disease?
We've found that the lesser restoration spell helps, but otherwise it's something more of a permanent effect.
You just said a fucking ding 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 jingle 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 word to Torin. So and so by lesser restoration, do you mean it just quenches the effect, or it stops it from progressing?
So mechanically, so he says it seems to lessen it more and more. But mechanically speaking, it'll decrease the level by 1.
Is there anything physically wrong with him?
So to explain weave sickness again, right?
No, it was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke.
Okay.
Torin went, what the fuck's a level?
Is there anything that's physically that we can see that's wrong with him, or that we just know that he's weaker?
Only Jen does with his Arcana check. In terms of physically speaking, you can tell it's imagined having a fever.
I
Okay, like the
spotted
flu.
I
And
spotted him
bronchitis.
I spotted him sweating and like physical ailments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have we ever seen anything like this before? Any of us?
No,
Okay.
we have not.
I
This
don't
is
think
something
so.
entirely new.
This has begun since the second wave.
Okay.
God damn it.
All right, I have no further questions.
No further questions, Your Honor. Okay, fair enough. But
Guilty.
Do I see
again,
anything with my 15 Arcana check? Nothing at all.
nothing. I'd say like you can
He's looking at
tell
that
there's
treasure
something
chest in the
magically
other room.
wrong.
Damn it.
Man, good thing you didn't remember that treasure chest in the other room.
No, I did remember it. Don't worry.
Please
I already
don't.
stole from it once. I already did.
I already did it, Scott.
I mean, you remember the goggles?
Yeah, don't you literally have them on right now?
I didn't steal the goggles. I stole more extra gold on the side. I think it was.
Oh, okay.
No, you stole the goggles.
I stole the goggles. Yeah,
And you got them on right now. Nice, nice, Seb.
The sickness made him blind. Fell off.
Well, no, I just assumed that that's one of the items you took. No, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure Laminar has a more detailed list of what you took.
In case
The glasses.
I do have one more question for you. In case things, tend to get out of hand with the star and where we've currently left it, it seems like, based on what Maria told us, it's gotten a bit bigger. And it's just, other than that, it's mechanically the same. But in case something were to happen with the star, do you have any method to let us know? Like wherever we may lie
Oh,
on the plane?
like a sending spell.
Like a sending
actually.
stone or something.
Stone, magic items. That would be useful.
Magic.
That would be nice.
There is.
Root beer, no!
Sure.
Let's fucking go. Torin build a sending stone.
I'm sure. So do you want us to communicate to you or vice versa?
Either
I
or.
I could make use of my book here and copy any spells you might have handy, and it works as or theoretically it works as a
And we pan away.
both-way communication within any form of distance. So, and I'd be able to use it indefinitely to keep intact with the clan here and communicate the situation over at the Twilight.
Sure. I'd love to stay updated, but you can also tell any other Dragonborn, and info would pass around as such. And he goes back into the treasure hoard and he hands you a scroll of sending.
Good job, Cherry.
Let's go. Alright, no further questions, Your Honor, for real, for real.
For real, for real.
On God.
On God, on
On
God.
God.
On dwarf,
On the thunder.
Dwarf.
on Torm, on Torm.
Thank you for the scroll.
Right.
We'll be taking
Yeah.
our leave here.
We all back away slowly.
I'll do my best to research this sickness, and hopefully we can find a sort of remedy soon.
The pestilence.
So
AIDS.
So y'all go ahead and you begin to head out, and as you do,
That's
Yeah.
Shit.
Wild, dude.
Ugh, bad ending. It happened.
Bad end.
and you see Maria kind of walks up to y'all and
She's in the
goes,
good ending.
now I will say, in terms of the Goonmobile and Mr. Hands, they were injured for a while, but I managed to, on top of making something for Jin, I took the time to kind of prepare the cart in a little bit, but it was bad. They weren't doing so hot, to say the least. I'm surprised Mr. Hands was still there, honestly. Voice gestures over the Mr. Hands and goes,
I'm not reviving that damn horse again.
Can I look at the wagon and see if she actually did a decent job or not on the part I'm expert
There's
in.
just duct tape everywhere.
So mechanically speaking, it's at full health, but she did not get to do a good job. You could tell there's like basically imagine she just casted the mending cantrip over and over again.
She just
You're like,
stretched the
yes, yes.
material.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good.
This shit reeks of magic.
This has got the structural strength of a number 2
What
screw
else
right
was
here.
I going to do?
Put
Will
more?
this fit into the portal room? Could we take the wagon through the portal?
I
Is
think
it
we
big
could
enough?
bust the wall
Do we have
down,
a
I'm gonna be
garage?
real.
Why
don't-
do we get the A-OK for that?
Well, we could just go back in and ask.
Can we break your wall?
I think they'd
Well,
I think they'd understand.
I could just cast and wait, hold on. Do I have it? Hold
Do
on.
we have
let me check the
enlarge
spellbook.
reduce?
I was about to say, let me check my spellbook.
I actually do. I do.
There you go. There
you
you
do?
go.
Oh, thank goodness.
Fuck.
Now
Yeah.
all you have to do is enlarge the tower. And then you'll be
Enlarge the horse so it can break through the wall.
Now that is some good thinking.
I'll
Critical
say
thinking.
that for both the wagon and the horse, you just need to cast the spell once, and so if you want to go ahead and
Miniature
expend a spell
Mr.
slot just to
Hands.
cast that, you can.
Something's cursed
Sure.
How long
about
does that
that.
last?
Oh yeah, they need to roll a surge, obviously.
It's like 10
hey,
They're like Tonka truck sized now, like a little adolescent Tonka.
I think
truck
it's just
size
one
level.
size class, isn't it?
yeah. So it goes from basically, you can tell that
It goes from a
they
20-foot
beca-
thing
like
to a 5-foot thing.
yeah, and so they decrease in size, and you're able to get through them. But before y'all go through
We're in the
the
portal room,
portal,
yeah.
I mean, and like again, once y'all kind of like enter in, it's this like and presented in front of you are the different teleportation circles going throughout the different Dragonborn clans. You can tell that the one that is emitting a white glow, y'all have recognized to be the clan of Twilight's Gleam, which is up north, pretty near to Nalush, consisting of purely silver and white Dragonborn, which this time is a Dragonborn village that has both. Jin, you would know this after reading up on the Dragonborn lore, but again, the Dragonborn of metallic descent are more on the friendly side, while those of color. Well,
Whoa!
Fuck.
Ain't no
Well,
way.
The Dragonborn projects, no!
Those
No.
are more of a
Project!
monocolor, like green, red, in this case, white.
They're gonna get out of the hood with this one.
They still have
portal
more
goes to
of
Decatur.
a.
The Dragon Crow laws have finally been
It seems
abolished.
lie in a magical
God.
place called Fulton County.
This
God
river's,
damn
this
it.
river's for the silver ones, and this river's for the bronze ones.
But anyway,
They keep them
it's silver
separate
and white.
but equal.
This is a Dragonborn clan that has both a metal and a color, and so there's some people that may have a gripe against the human race or humanoids in general.
It's dragons of color, actually.
Yeah,
I
they
have a
don't
question.
like
Are there-
minorities,
But
so
can we
it
can
makes
we not
sense.
canonize this, please?
No,
Are
you
there-
said
Not
it. You
called-
said it. It's real.
God damn it.
It's pretty
before
racist,
we-
dude.
Before we leave, before we go to that portal, can I do a nature check on just like the fauna or the flora around here?
In the
Yeah.
tower?
What exactly are you looking? And also, this is an
I'm-
opportunity for y'all to do any shopping and stuff like that as well.
I just
Horse
want to
feed.
check on like if there's any big change with like the surge in magic.
Yep, big change.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
like
Like go
dying
ahead
or
and give me
something.
either nature. Yeah, go ahead and give me a nature check.
Meanwhile, can you bring up the general goods store?
Yeah.
Thanks.
With
Hey,
a 13,
general
you
good.
can tell that things have like to put it long story short, they have like almost like more life in them, if that makes sense. They're more like magically enriched.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and pull up the store then. So we'll do.
Oh, we're doing some shopping.
Yep.
Mhm.
Boys' night out.
And Kenko, I
Hi.
I need to make sure I did it. I did not, but hold on.
Fell off.
I figured it was stupid that this store doesn't have oil, and so I'm going to fix that.
It's
So
got
are you going
what?
to close
I was about to
this,
say,
or are
I've
we
been
good?
holding on to this one fucking bottle for so long. Like, I gotta know when to use it perfectly.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, bye.
And then Mario also says, I still know how to use my alchemy supplies as well. So next time we have any downtime, I can always make things like your smoke grenades. I know you loved as well.
I turn towards her and I say, I forgot you were alive. It's very nice.
Why didn't she make
It-
me an arm? What the fuck?
I'm glad you're awake.
And then I buy 10 bottles of oil.
I can't. Jesus Christ! How come she didn't make me an
Sebastian,
arm?
you are
I'm not
half
gonna be able
a
to hold
pound
them
away
all.
from becoming
I am
encumbered.
putting it in the fucking cart.
You,
How
you are
much
half.
weight can the cart hold?
21.
400 pounds.
What about when it's enlarged/reduced?
I'm assuming everything
Oh.
else got shrunk with it, but
We'll
yeah, that's a great
say
point.
for the purpose, because since y'all are casting the spell purely to just to get the cart through without destroying anything, we'll say that it's still 400. But
It's
a
got a
different situation
rowboat
where
we
you're
can
trying to do
shed.
something.
It's got a
Yeah.
rowboat, yeah.
Yeah, Hugo bought that for a fishing trip one day.
Well, we can just get to the world tree with that.
That is a two-person rowboat.
Yeah, we got it. We'll just buy it.
We got enlarged reduce.
We got enlarged
Yeah.
reduce.
Oh fuck!
It only
Oh,
lasts a
fuck.
minute. It only lasts a minute.
Got him.
Only lasts a minute. You just gotta keep recasting it. It's that easy.
Keep log resting. Keep log resting.
But can y'all interact with the cart
Store?
or no?
The cart?
Yeah, I can interact.
House
with it.
Kartenheimer? I can.
Okay, because I think I made it so y'all have access to its character sheet, so you can kind of just do what you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my dick in it.
Man, I should
Yeah,
ask
I'm gonna
the Soul Coin what they think about this situation.
Do you?
No.
This shit's kind of sus. What do you think?
What do you think, Karma?
What do you think, Karma? What the fuck is going on?
Who am I?
Does the Soul
Wait, a quick
Coin
question.
mean
How
it's
old is
Karma?
Karma?
Where's Swale?
Why is there a warhammer in here with that?
That you actually just answered a question for me. Yeah, never mind.
The music.
From that off-tangent comment.
The music.
That's what he's gonna scream. No, you
That's-
changed it.
That's Mr. Black doing karaoke in the
He's got a little microphone.
Okay.
How much
Yeah,
horse
yeah.
speed do we
So,
have?
I'm done shopping. I'm not like I'm pretty much I'm good to
How much
go.
speed
Ding
we
ding.
How many
got?
rations do I
11?
have?
Ding
Oh,
ding.
that's fine.
Ready up.
Alright, I'm good.
Ready up.
Ready up.
Wait, how many rations
I-
is in the
I do
cart,
have a
actually?
question when we get back to the room. Though.
19.
You have 19.
Oh, we're good. We're chilling. Alright, cool. Alright, I'm good.
There's also 11 days worth of
I-
horse feed in there.
Yeah.
I believe we're okay.
And then if y'all wanted to spend any downtime activity, you can as well.
I have a
so-
downtime activity when we're in the room.
Wait, why is a spyglass?
He's
at the
gonna
bows
jork
get
it
rolled?
When
the
we get back to
fucking
the room.
cock.
Can I make a potion of healing, Jade?
Well, does everyone want to spend a day in the Rose Gold clan?
I'm
thought you wanted to get to your
Wait, I
family.
think-
like, as quick as possible.
rushing us.
True.
Yeah.
I would want to leave as soon as possible.
My family might be dead. Just starts sitting down. to humor.
I need to protect the bird. Takes a long rest.
yeah.
It would not be out of character.
Yeah, it would. Alright, yeah, you're right. I go. I'm ready to go.
We're going.
Yeah, I think I'm ready to
Ding,
go
ding,
too.
ding, ding, ding.
I stand at the
Ready?
precipice
Ring.
of the portal.
Wait, all right. Can I try something, Jade?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh,
is
no.
there any like guards in the room?
You can tell that
There's
there are
one
now
soldier.
there's two. Basically, as they approach, like, well, you explain the situation, what they're going on, and they let you in. But they kind of they explain to you that, hey, since the demons know that this is here, we haven't seen them since last time when y'all were conscious, but they're here to protect it just in case.
Sweet.
Awesome. Right. I'm going to gesture to Kenko, who I'm a little bit more stern with now, given like the last thing I remember was a bit of a conflict. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna put that to the side. And
Mhm.
stay, and we're kind of in this like I guess it's circular, and there's all these portal doors around us, and there's their respective teleportation circles. And I kind of like awkwardly with my one hand fetch out of my satchel like a blank parchment, and I'm going to kind of nonchalantly walk over to Kenko and be like, all right, it might be beneficial that we keep record of these other teleportation circles so should we need them in the future. I'm not certain if we're allowed to do that, but and I'm like, I kind of snap my hand as I hand the parchment, and a mage hand apparates with a quill in hand as well. So I don't know, like I think it might be helpful. I know theoretically I've read of spells that can integrate and interact with the teleportation circles, but I need to have an exact location or code. It's a sort of code written in it. I'm kind of like rambling on.
I've already finished
And we
the
pan
drawing of all
away.
the teleportation circles.
Jin, I'm gonna give you inspiration. Well, hold on. You already have inspiration because y'all took a long rest. Fuck. But
Right.
that's fucking that's smart. I'd give you inspiration if you didn't have it already. Which, by the way, all the humans have inspiration. I forget.
I'm gonna kill you.
So he,
Unrelated.
as I was rambling and like kind of going off about the theory and like what's necessary the code, it's already done.
It's already done. There you go.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna like again quickly fold up the paper and then tuck it in the bag. All right. I'm sorry, just needed a moment, Torin. I know we're in a bit of a rush to save your family or father or whatnot.
As you
What the
as
fuck?
you turn, you just see Torin take a step into the portal.
Does your foot touch the
Well,
ground?
Does my
What?
foot touch the ground?
He takes a step.
Yeah, have you
Yeah.
have you stepped through the
he
portal?
takes
John?
he
Or-
takes a
Oh,
step.
he's gonna
Alright,
fall.
y'all see Torn just go.
He's dead. Oh my god!
Well, I guess it works. Maybe.
Well, guess we're following.
We could technically like we don't have to now that he's gone. Like
Something else.
That's
we can now
fucked
consider
up.
other options. Like I'm
Listen to the star.
See you guys on the other side, and Olaf walks through.
Oh no, not him.
You hear all just go.
All right, and then do we just have to like get the horse to follow us? Like, do we like?
It's a
Yeah,
little pony.
He's obedient.
Yeah.
He's literally a pony.
It's
Yeah.
Sebastian,
Horse.
man.
Yeah, you can lead him through. He's obedient up to the point where y'all are fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll
So,
walk
without-
all
we're
of
gonna
y'all
go
go through.
Yeah.
So as you all do, you're met.
Wait, you gotta do the
with
sound. You
a-
gotta do the sound.
Yeah.
the fucking
the items.
Popcat just go.
Guys, we're going to the ether. Let's go.
The nether.
Never.
Flint and
steel.
Who's this guy?
Anyway, so as y'all begin to take through the portal, you're met with a room that is almost like identical, but you're immediately hit with this massive chill. And as you do, Olaf is shirtless as well. And so yeah, but due to your like heritage, you feel almost like at home in a sense. But the rest of you feel almost like extremely cold as this waft of like almost like a blizzard kind of like hits all of you. And even though you're still like inside of this building, the second thing that y'all begin to notice as well is immediately attached to the ceiling is a mechanical like eye. That makes sense. So when y'all kind of step through, it kind of drops to the ground and as it drops, and before it hits the ground, it begins to sprout wings and then talk to y'all. And
What the
you can
fuck?
see it begins to say the following. Warning! Warning! Irregular race detected. Initiating boot sequence for the Twilight Tamber Guard and sending alert message to lead archiver Thalazar. Thank you, and have a regular day.
Uh-oh.
Fuck,
They didn't mention that.
And that's where we're under session.
Oh man.
Wow.
I can't put the oil in the cart.
Request a trade then.
I said fire
okay.
cars.
How do I request a trade? I forget. I request a
You
trade.
Put the
can-
fries in
I
the bag,
found
bro.
it.
Put the oil in the bag, bro.
With the oil
Oh.
in the back.